put him on some Ritalin to see if that would help. The doctor found the perfect dose and asked him how he felt. He stared at the doctor with a little creepy smile, and the eyelash kid said,
I feel great.
He got a fancy job and he straightened out his life. He met a nice girl who he asked to be his wife. As they stood at the altar and prepared to say the vows, he put a ring on her finger and he said, I like trains. I like trains. Got bad grades. I like trains.
Awkward date.
I like trains.
Don't like trains.
I like trains. I like trains. I like trains. I like trains.
Everybody do the flop.
To the flop guy liked to dance all the time, but he couldn't do it right no matter how hard he tried. He had 2 left feet from an accident of birth, and every time he danced he always flopped face first. But then one day as he jumped in the air, everybody turned and looked and they pointed and they stared. He had a bright idea right before he hit the floor. He shouted,
Everybody do the flop.
a new dance craze was born. To the flop, to the flop, everybody do the flop. To the flop, to the flop, everybody do the flop. The To the Flop guy was a viral sensation. Everybody did the flop across the whole entire nation. He was front page news for his new dance move. Everyone wanted to join in his new dance crew. Then one day things started going wrong when a flop concert was interrupted by a bomb. Said please stop, but no matter what he tried, there was no going back for the To the Flop guy. To the flop, to the flop, everybody to the flop. To the flop, to the flop, everybody to the flop. The To the Flop guy had to start a new trend, cause the flop might cause the whole world to end. He had to stop people from flopping on their faces. He tried to invent a new dance sensation.
Everybody do the don't fall down. Everybody do the stay in place. Everybody do the standing up.
Everybody don't do the flop.
Everybody do the don't fall down.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Everybody do the stay in place.
Please don't break your face.
Everybody do the standing up.
Don't even put your hands up. Everybody don't do the flop. The To the Flop guy couldn't make them all stop. They didn't like the new moves as much as the flop. They tuned him out and they all turned their backs. Yeah, they left him behind and they called him a hack. To the Flop guy had nothing left to prove. Only one thing left that he knew how to do. It was in his blood. Call it destiny or fate. He shouted,
Everybody do the flop.
and the earth began to shake. To the flop, to the flop, everybody to the flop. To the flop, to the flop, everybody to the flop. 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 Everybody to the flop. Mind Journal. Mind Journal. The Mind Journal. Mind Journal. Mind Journal's on the road. A lemon whip it by. Mind Journal's got a smile, sweet as pie. Flavored by skin and kid. Tell the cop, you can tell me what to do. Watch out when Mind Journal says hello to you. Mind Journal. Mind Journal. The Mind Journal. Mind Journal. Mind Journal's traveled around the world from Cairo to Madrid. Saw a controlling potato in the island trans kid. Visited the desert on the moon in his flying machine. Fought the aliens.
The cheese.
Stole alien technology and built a time machine. Went back in time to 100 million BC. The caveman asked, what kind of animal are you?
Technically, I'm a tortoise.
I am a stegosaurus.
Mind Journal. Mind Journal. Here's the Mind Journal. Mind Journal. Listen up, I'll tell you where my journal came from. In a petting zoo one day there was a man named Tom. He shouted drunk science and he drank a cold one. And soon he
Hey, what time is it?
It's muffin time! It's muffin time!
Actually, it's 12:30.
Somebody kill me! It's muffin time! It's muffin time!
Actually, it's 12:30.
Somebody kill me!
Now, a cow pretending to be a man. Alan, are you a cow? What? No. Yeah, me neither. Alan, are you a cow? What? No. Yeah, me neither. Alan, are you a cow? What? No. Yeah, me neither. You guys want to go skateboards? Skateboards?
Hey, what time is it?
It's muffin time! It's muffin time!
Actually, it's 12:30.
Somebody kill me! It's muffin time! It's muffin time!
Actually, it's 12:30.
Somebody kill me!
You're leaving me.
Sorry, I've met a real man. I've met a real man. I've met a real man.
You're leaving me.
Sorry, I've met a real man. I've met a real man.
Hi, babe. Yes, I am real man. You want to go skateboards?
Real man.
It's muffin time! It's muffin time!
Actually, it's 12:30.
Somebody kill me! It's muffin time! It's muffin time!
Actually, it's 12:30.
Somebody kill me!
The orphans, they're all dead. What kind of man would do this? Skateboards.
Now some of you might be wondering, how exactly does one beep like a sheep?
Take it away, Gabe.
Throw your hands up and point them to the floor. Here's what to do, now get down on all fours. Just bounce around, it's easy for me. Go crazy now and beep beep like a sheep. Beep beep, I'm a sheep. I said beep beep, I'm a sheep. Beep beep, I'm a sheep. I said beep beep, I'm a sheep. Beep beep, you got to beep beep. I said beep beep, I'm a sheep. Beep beep, you got to beep beep. I said beep beep like a sheep.
Yeah, so, you know how to beep like a sheep, I see. But, is that all you can do?
Throw your hands up and point them to the sky. Drop to the floor and move from side to side. Just bounce around, come on, I'll show you how. Go crazy now, meow meow like a cow. Meow meow, I'm 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 a cow. Beep beep, you got to beep beep. I said beep beep, I'm a sheep. Beep beep, you got to beep beep. I said beep beep like a sheep.
I'm a muffin, and it's muffin time. Who wants a muffin? Please, I just wanna die. Please, somebody kill me. Please, it's muffin time. Have you had a muffin today? I wanna die, die, die. Please, I wanna die, die, die. Die, die, die. It's muffin time. Yes, I wanna die, die, die. Please, I wanna die, die, die. Die, die, die. It's muffin time. Yes, I wanna die, die, die.
Die, potato, die. I baked you a pie.
Oh boy, what flavor?
Pie.
Dad, I'm hungry.
Hi, hungry, I'm Dad.
Why did you name me this way? Why?
I'm gonna do an internet. Well, I'm gonna do a fork.
You're leaving me. I've met a real man.
Hey buddy, look, over here! Now you're blind!
You're gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
Ooh, a butterfly.
We're all gonna
Die,
die.
die, die.
teach a llama to drive. No, llama, no!
Even though letting go feels right, I can't afford to say goodbye. You and I are bound together, especially since cartoons live forever.
I wanna die, die, die.
We're all gonna die.
Die, die, die.
It's
muffin time. 'Cause I wanna die, die, die. Why?
No, llama,
Die, die, die. It's muffin time. 'Cause I wanna die, die, die. It's muffin time. 'Cause I wanna die, die, die.
Welcome, everybody, to this month's Revolution Gaming Podcast for April 2020. Hope everyone is having a great evening. We have a fun and probably long podcast for you this month. We're going to get everybody in here. We're going to talk about some games. We're going to see how the news is shaping up so far this month, which has been just as crazy as anything else going on at the moment. And we'll be sharing some games that we're looking forward to over the next month. So I'm going to get the guys in here, and we will get started. Let's see. Boo.
And there's Tim,
Yes,
And
here I
there
am.
he is.
the man himself,
I have
the
made
myth,
it.
the legend.
Yes, I made it. It's almost like this is my podcast or something.
Right?
Oh, by the way, nice startup layout there.
I'm working on it. I'm working on my shit. You know what I mean?
I like it.
Fancy.
I've gotten some opportunities to use some different things that I didn't have a chance to before. So it's made it so.
Oh, your computers are great, right?
Well, that and agreements with sites that have given me access to stuff for free.
Wunderbar.
Yeah, not a sponsor. Don't like sponsors. All right, so we got a lot to discuss. I've got a lot of notes ready. So we're going to start out with the two main games. Now, I don't know how you want to do this because, well,
Don't we have to start with our joke game?
Oh yeah, do we have a joke game this month?
Potentially two. Murmitch found one. I think I found an okay one.
Okay, let me see the joke games.
Feed the horse bear.
No, I have not had a chance to look at it, but the name alone makes it sound pretty fucking funny.
Feed the horse bear. Two snowmen jump with a potato plate from a platform to another. The snowmen have to take potatoes to horse bears. Wow.
Okay.
This is a great way to start. Just to let you know. My
I
mind.
can see people raging over this.
My mind is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, this game definitely takes teamwork.
Oh gosh.
Because it's single player. Hey.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no.
So this
just
is
no.
this is a game for if you want to hate yourself. Okay,
Exactly.
Gotcha.
You know, like getting over it, that kind of game.
Oh my lord.
Jess, why did you jump when I told you not to?
Oh my god. This is.
No, not split screen, Silver. Single player.
Yeah, you have to control both.
You control both snowmen.
And you can't lose the potatoes. You got to keep the potatoes on there.
Keep as many potatoes as you can, I guess.
No. Just
That
no.
looks kind of painful.
All right, so we found the game for Murmitch to review for this month. Murmitch.
I don't know. I think Murmitch might want to review his game.
Okay. So
Well, my
I'll give you a
game
chance.
is a multiplayer one, so I'm pretty sure it's a multiplayer at least.
Okay,
I was
so
kind of hoping this.
let's hope that it's just as bad, so I can give him that one. All right, so what is it?
It's called We Are Screwed.
Oh my god.
I think I've heard of that one actually. The name.
It says coming soon to a multiverse near you.
We Are Screwed. Ragtag crew of the worst on the worst space vessel in the galaxy. Sled role a captain, a turret operator, and a firefighter, or even a space janitor. Dangerous multiverse will be destined to boldly go where no one has screwed up before. Dude, I don't know. I think this game would be fun for all of us to play.
I know.
I liked Murmitch's description of it's like overcooked in space.
Overcooked in space.
Actually, you know what? That's a great podcast game for next month. if it comes out within next month, because I know that it says coming soon, which could mean 2025.
That's a good point. There's no date.
Yeah.
But if it comes out, that's perfect. But
I have a backup.
Okay, what's your backup?
Game of Drones.
Oh
no.
Game of Thrones. Yeah, that's an obvious parody of Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Game of Drones.
But it doesn't look as I thought it would.
It looks like
a
drone.
It's Rocket League with drones.
Yeah.
That would be mighty weird to play.
Indeed. And the trailer is terrible because it barely ever shows you actually interacting with the ball.
And it runs both in standard and VR modes. Oh
boy.
No, just no.
I'm gonna write this one in for silver.
Fuck you, first of all. I pick what game I fucking review, not you.
But no, Murmitch is definitely signed up for the first one we tried. So what is it? Feed the
horse bear.
Yeah,
if it comes out this month.
It is. It's coming out
It should.
tomorrow.
Oh dang!
As is Game of Drones, I believe. They're both coming out on the 3rd.
So Murmitch is written in for Feed the Horse Bear.
You are so lucky that Resident Evil 3 came out before the podcast, but I don't have time to play it right now. You are so fucking lucky.
I mean, technically it should count. We're doing April games, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's out
Came
right
out in
now,
April.
but I can't play it right now.
No,
Right. Well, then you haven't played it yet.
But now that we're past the joke games, it's time to talk about the games we played over the last month. And I'm going to give two of the people here some adequate time to talk about the games that they have enjoyed over the last month.
I ain't gonna talk forever about Doom
I
Eternal.
know,
Jeez.
but we're going to talk about Doom Eternal first.
Because you may have heard of these games
I was gonna
because
say,
they may have been in the news
Because
or a lot of
Alright,
people's
Silver,
attention.
go first.
Alright then.
Well, the reason that I'm not having you go first, Murmitch, is I have to figure out how the hell I want to present the game. Since it's a Switch title. What I'm going to do, play the trailer 500 times?
I mean, you could play the
always have that.
Nintendo Direct, which is like 25 minutes long.
Oh, Jesus.
all that.
Just kidding.
Okay.
Well, you can cut it like
Okay.
short and
I know,
talk
Tim.
about it.
Go to the Humble store page. Humble has Switch games.
There you go. All right. So you're up,
Doom
Silver.
Eternal.
Yes. Tell us about Doom Eternal.
For the 35 hours that I put into the game, it was one hell of a goddamn intense ride. My God, I swear this game is far more intense than 2016. Holy shit! Even the boss fights are more intense, especially some of the enemies that were reintroduced to Doom Eternal, like the Archvile. Holy shit! They can kick your fucking ass if you're not paying attention. Now, I will tell you what I did like.
Mm-hmm.
The art design, fantastic. It basically bleeds Doom. Especially the level design, it's pretty damn fucking cool. But,
literally bleeds Doom.
Oh yeah, exactly. Especially the hell levels. It's a couple of them. Unlike Doom 2016, where there was literally just the one, but split into two parts.
Yeah.
And then there was one at the end as well. It's a shame that one wasn't as long as this one. I did feel that Doom Eternal was longer than Doom 2016 because I finished that one in about 24 hours, give or take. Excuse me. I should have had a drink before talking. I will also say that the soundtrack, oh my god, the fucking soundtrack. It really gets you into the mood. Holy shit. Most of the tracks, but just one, I did not like at all. I think it was when you were going through the Arc Complex or something like that. I think it was before you went to Mars anyway.
Yeah, I heard there was one track that just didn't fit in with everything else, basically.
No, because it was just like thumping, it sounded like thumping techno. I fucking hated it. It just did not match the current theme of the pace that I was going at, and I was like, what the hell is this garbage? Who made this? Mick Gordon, don't tell me you made this crap, because no, take this track out and replace it with something a bit more fitting. But the rest of the soundtrack, amazing, especially the hell chants, the demon chants. Oh, they were perfectly done. Props to all those metal singers that they brought in. They did a great job at giving the demonic feel, as if they were summoning demons to Earth or something like that.
I watched
Pretty
the
damn
video of
fitting.
them.
Was the electro swing better than caramel dancing?
I'm not going to answer that.
All right, here's a question.
I will take that as a no.
Probably.
You've mentioned quite a few times that there was a couple things you didn't like about the game.
Yes.
Let's hear
in
it.
In my personal opinion, this is just my opinion. It doesn't spring from anyone else's. It's just my personal opinion. There was too much platforming. Look, I've played every Doom game, and even in the original 2 Doom games, I did not feel that was platforming. I'm like, shouldn't platforming involving jump? Shouldn't platforming involve jumping, not running from platform to platform? At least that's just my opinion. I don't know about anyone else's opinion, but
Well, the dash makes it easier to platform, though, right?
Yeah, but on ground it works. It works great. But in the air, because it only charges and fills when you're actually on the ground. So if you dash twice in mid-air, you have to wait to touch the ground in order for the dash to come back and to be able to be used. Mm-hmm. So that's why you've got to have all these things in your head in the middle of a gunfight, and sometimes it can be quite overwhelming.
Okay.
So if you're in the middle of an intense fight, you have a fucking archvile that's buffing all the demons that are around, and it spawns more and more and more until you're completely overwhelmed. So you've got to go and kill that archvile before you get decimated by the overwhelming odds. And that's why you got to have a BFG at that time, so you can take it out.
I understand that.
But it takes more than one shot to kill it. That's for sure. Everything else just goes splat. And aside from the platforming that I didn't like, the fact that there was too much of that, I also hated the fucking Dreadwolf that the Marauder spawns. Ooh, that motherfucker spawns too many times.
Now, would you consider that a tally up to difficulty?
Oh yeah, even on Hurt Me Plenty, which is what I finished on. No, I didn't play on fucking Ultraviolence. I felt that would be probably too much for my first experience.
I was expecting Nightmare, so don't...
No. Maybe on my next one, but no, I want to finish Ultraviolence first. Because even on the second difficulty, it really did feel quite overwhelming when you first encounter the Marauder, but I love the voice for the Marauder. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh yeah, he sounds almost like I would imagine someone of that caliber that can literally pick a fight with you and match you 1-to-1. However, you don't fight him in 1-on-1, fucking pussy. He spawns fucking imps as well and use that stupid shield. Oh, it's so fucking annoying.
Now, can I ask a question? Based on, the positives and negatives, do you think it was worth the time, or do you think they just overproduced the game?
I'd say yes. It was definitely worth my time. Because, as I said, there's more. I like more of it than I don't like. So
some people's complaint about this game though is that it was overproduced in the fact that they tried to add too many layers onto the formula. The platforming would be a layer, and the hub world would be a layer, and
I mean, I rather like the hub. It was pretty cool, especially the fact that you could just chill there for a bit.
Well, and the reason I'm saying it's an extra layer is because in all other Doom games that I can remember, it was basically go to a mission, finish said mission, go to the next mission, destroy, rip, tear, repeat.
Yeah, that was pretty much the same for every Doom game. Even Doom 3, you were literally just going from mission to mission to mission, even though there were moments of respite. But of course, that was done because of the horror factor to get you in a more, suspenseful mood. And
Doom 3 was much more about suspense than it was brutality.
That's why I'd say Doom 3 is probably my second favorite Doom game. as my favorite Doom game, oh, I don't know about that one.
Probably what,
But-
Doom 16?
Maybe. That one was more simpler and just fell into the flow a hell of a lot better, and it didn't have as much platforming.
Well, I'm saying,
That
it
was
seems
far
like,
more enjoyable.
It seems
when
like
it
the
comes to
big variation between this and the prior. I
Hmm.
mean, obviously, there are improvements, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Everything looks prettier. The gameplay's a little faster, from what I heard. A little.
Yeah, I was disappointed with the last weapon that you could unlock by doing the most difficult arenas in the game, the Slayer Gates.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they get harder and harder with each one you do, and there's 6 in total. So, if you are willing to literally punish your fucking self, if you are a masochistic motherfucker, like I ended up being, by doing all 6 of them, you get the Unmaker.
Oh, yeah, I've already heard about that. Yeah, I heard about
Yeah.
That's a disappointment, because it's not...
Yes, it was.
The power level is not even comparable to the BFG.
Yep, because I've played Doom 64. The Unmaker in that game was fucking awesome, but in Doom Eternal, it's a goddamn letdown.
Now,
I was like, really?
Now, can I ask a question? Will you replay it for me on Stadia?
No. Fuck off. Okay, does that answer your question?
No, listen, you know, we gotta do that Stadia review. We are a legitimate review channel, you know what I mean?
Well, you pay the $120 fucking
Well, you can use...
Founders Edition
Okay,
shit.
fine, then use
No, no.
GeForce Now. That's free.
Yeah, I suppose I could.
And for people like...
I own the game, but
actually, for
Bethesda
people like
games
Murmitch,
removed.
GeForce Now would be amazing.
Aren't Bethesda games removed from GeForce Now?
Yeah, that was a joke.
There you go, then.
But what I'm saying
Yeah.
is, for somebody like Murmitch, GeForce Now, the free version, mind you, would actually be amazing for you to try games that your computer cannot currently run. Because what GeForce Now is, it takes the hardware out of the situation. So let's say you own a game that is like tanking your CPU or GPU, like Just Cause 3 was when we were playing that multiplayer.
That is just the multiplayer version that tanks my
but I'm
computer.
saying something of that matter, right? You run it through GeForce Now, it takes care of the whole entire hardware end, and then all you're left with is just the game.
Maybe
that's the selling point of Stadia, GeForce Now, the Xbox one. I can't remember what that one's called off the top of my head. But,
Project xCloud.
Yeah, Project X. That's what it's all for, though. It's for people that don't have
The hardware.
gaming PCs that want to play PC games.
Yep.
They buy a game. Like, that's why Stadia is the worst deal, though. Because, Because
By
with
far.
Xbox, you can use Xbox Game Pass. Plus, they're going to include like 75 games with the cloud service to begin with.
And it's all one price. And you don't have to buy the goddamn games to play them.
Yeah, and GeForce Now is if you own the game on Steam or anything that is an acceptable format, then you can just play the game. Stadia, that's the one that fucks you. You could own, 500, 1,000 games on Steam, but you can't play a goddamn thing unless you buy it through Stadia.
Yep.
After you've already bought Stadia.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
You have to
buy
pay.
the Chromecast controller.
Yeah, so you pay to have the Pro version, so you get the controller, and you get the Chromecast, and then you have to pay. Like, none of those games are on sale, so they're charging you full price for games that are even old, and you could get discounted from any other place.
And let's not forget about the Pro subscription on top of what you've already paid.
Exactly. So,
shit.
so that's why Stadia will never succeed, because anything that is a competition to it finds a way to be a better deal.
Yeah, knocks it out of the park.
All right.
Better deal and just better done.
Yeah, exactly. When you promise 4K and then you can't deliver, when that's like your selling point, that's not a good sign.
I assume you stole the spotlight from me and switched to something else. Segue. Nice segue, Tim.
I'm trying.
I wasn't done.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, go ahead.
Continue.
You can still go. I'm just setting up for the next one.
Alright, so I did like the feel of the weapons as well, aside from the Unmaker, which was a goddamn letdown. But yeah, they all feel like they actually have their use. I was actually switching weapons. unlike Doom 2016, where I was not actually using all the weapons, like once I got like the double barrel shotgun, I stopped using the assault rifle entirely. And like once I got the rocket launcher, I kind of stopped using the minigun as well. I only like used the minigun a few times, maybe to like take out the fodder in quick session, because the minigun compared to the assault rifle in 2016 was, there. But in Doom Eternal, I was using every gun, but I do not like the fact that they nerfed the ammo limits. That was fucking stupid. I don't care about the fact that yes, they had the use of the blood punch, the shoulder cannon, the grenades from that. I don't care about the fact that they had them as little gameplay mechanics. They were okay. I used them a lot, but I still don't like the fact that they had to scrounge for ammo so often.
Well, couldn't you technically have unlimited ammo if you do chainsaw kills?
Kind of, because you can't chainsaw the bigger enemies, and there won't always be fodder around in every fight. Like if you accidentally mow through the fodder, because you can do that, you can accidentally kill all the fodder. And then you're left with, say, Cacodemons, the Mancubus, the Hell Knights, the Barons of Hell, the Archviles, the Prowlers, and all them lot. You won't be left with any fodder if you kill them by accident, because you can. You could accidentally kill them.
Yeah, and then
you're left with the big ones, and then, you ain't gonna get no ammo, because what if you've already taken all the fuel around you? You only have one fuel for the chainsaw that recharges very fucking slowly, might I add. Holy shit,
technically,
the recharge time for that is terrible.
You do have a melee attack, right?
Yeah, the blood punch will only charge if you actually glory kill an enemy, unless you have a specific rune where you can either keep up your armor so you don't take any health damage, and you can use the health pickups from killing an enemy with a glory kill to charge your blood punch, so you can keep the blood punch going, but only if you use one of those two runes. One works with armor. If you get armor shards, it charges your blood punch, and the other one charges with health. So yeah, you can keep the fight going, but ammo was a major problem, because once you run out of fuel, or once you've got just one fuel and you've only got the bigger demons to fight, you're fucked. You're so fucked. There is almost no hope of victory. Otherwise, you'd have to spend 10-20 minutes just firing off the what was it, the flame belch? Yeah, the flame belch was the flamethrower, to try to take armor off them, and then you can use the grenade, because you can use the 3 shoulder cannon abilities all separately, which is nice. They all have their individual cooldown timer, which is great. It can change the pace of the combat if you time them right. Like you can use the freeze grenade in a group of demons, so you can try to do damage to them all at once with, say, a rocket launcher if you've got enough ammo.
Yep.
But again, the nerfed ammo caps can really put a dampener on the fun. But if you unlock the infinite ammo cheat and the what was it? The power that could speed you up. With those two cheats combined, just replaying the levels, oh my god, Doom Eternal turns into one hell of a glory fest. It really becomes more fun with the cheat codes, and I know that's not supposed to be the point. You're supposed to use them when you've actually completed levels. But with the cheats, oh my god, Doom Eternal is a hell of a lot more fun to play. I'm gonna just be blunt and say it.
I believe we've had this discussion about another game over the last week.
We have.
And,
I think we have.
And someone doesn't agree with my point of view on that game.
Can we appreciate, though, that Doom Eternal came out as a single-player game that didn't try to sell you the cheat codes afterwards?
Oh, yes. Everything in that fucking game, everything is unlockable by goddamn playing the fucking thing. And you know what? It doesn't take forever to get the stuff either. You just have to be perceptive.
It's just a retro game. They don't know what they're doing. It's a retro game. I mean,
you just have to be perceptive, literally.
If there isn't 500 microtransactions, it isn't a modern day game. I mean,
because
when you put it that way, it makes me surprised that it's published by Bethesda.
I know.
Yeah, because
I imagine they could use some goodwill at this point.
Yeah,
Right?
that'd be good. Yeah.
Especially with the Fallout 76 coming.
Yeah, I tell you what's
me
not
finish.
floating the boat. Or
Let me finish. Stop interrupting me.
but the segues, Silver. The segues.
Yeah, this is. He said he was going to talk for 5 or 10 minutes. Everybody, he's been telling me that all week. We are at 50 minutes.
We're only 37 minutes. Shut the hell up. I did say at least be 10 minutes.
Okay, no. Finish. It's fine.
Continue.
Murmitch can have his moment. Just give me a few minutes to.
Don't worry, I can cut mine a bit
talk.
shorter.
But yeah, certain Predator suit upgrades can basically reveal secrets on the map. You just have to find the auto map to reveal the entire of the map, so then you can go and find the secrets.
Okay.
But keep in mind that it doesn't show you how to get them. You have to figure that out yourself, which is fine because I've managed to find absolutely everything from the albums to the figurines. The figurines look pretty cool, though. I will say that. I was like, I wish they were real, because especially like the Doomslayer one, the Mancubus. Oh man, they were fucking wicked. I would love to have them in my bedroom on the shelf because there were like, I think there were 20 of them.
Keep going, Silver. I'll be back in 1
It
second.
was so cool to have. No, it was so cool to have them in on the shelves. Oh, and in like the Doom Fortress, you actually have the weapons displayed on the left side of the room once you enter it. I just wish you could do more in that in Slayer's quarters, because you could also use the computer to actually play Doom 1 and 2 if you if you actually have like the Doom WADs, you can just like copy them into the Doom Eternal folder and you can actually play Doom 1 and 2 in Doom Eternal. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's great.
I haven't tried that yet, but I might do that once I find the unlock code for Doom 1. Because I only have Doom 2 right now, but I do have the Doom WAD, so I could just copy paste them into the Doom Eternal folder. And aside from all that, yeah, I pretty much had a great time with the game, even with the intense difficulty that ramped up as time went on. The boss fights were pretty engaging, except for the end one. That one was very annoying, and without constantly trying to get ammo, I can definitely see that one boss fight would definitely be a problem, because you have to spend so long focusing on one body part, and that fucker moves so much. And then you have all the demons behind you nailing your ass while you're trying to destroy the Icon of Sin. Oh boy. Oh man. But the boss fight before that was way better. Oh yeah. Overall, I'd give the game an 8 out of 10, though. It's not a 9, it's not a 10, but it's an 8. Definitely an 8. Solid 8.
Well, I would give it an extra point just for not having DLC or microtransactions. So.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'd give it a 9. A solid 9. It's, in some aspects, it's better than Doom 2016. In others, Doom 2016 was better. Like,
that's...
Oh,
sorry. I was going to say, that's what happens when you make a sequel and you make changes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh. An attempted innovation is not something to punish, but...
Yep.
I will say, at least the game didn't leave on a cliffhanger.
Well, yeah, because they're not making it anymore.
Yeah. I mean, Doom was never really supposed to be a trilogy. That's why Doom 3 was its own thing.
Yeah, so Doom Eternal, and then it'll be like... Doom...
You know, I would like to see, please, for the love of God, bring back Quake. And I mean the fucking single-player Quake, not the fucking multiplayer crap that was Champions. No.
That game still exists, though, right?
Quake. Yes, I know, but give us more Quake. I would love a Quake 5. I actually really liked Quake 4.
Well,
but single-player games are hard. Multiplayer games are easy to make.
No, why can't you have both in that case?
Call of Duty can't have both anymore.
No,
we have too much of that, Tim.
If you have Quake, right? Uh-oh.
What? Did we lose somebody?
I got it. Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I accidentally hit a button. But no, why can't you have a game that has both?
Because we've got too many of them, Tim. Too many.
Okay, if they make a good single player, a good like story focused Quake game, and then it has a good multiplayer mode on it, what's wrong with that?
I guess they've done that with Quake 4.
Because you're expecting them to catch lightning in a bottle twice.
I mean, plus people like the multiplayer version, the multiplayer add-on of Doom Eternal too.
Yeah, I have not tried battle mode. That's why I haven't spoke about it. I haven't tried it yet.
From Joe's review, he had glowing, raving reviews to it compared to the Doom 2016 version of the multiplayer.
I haven't
would
tried
be
Doom
suspicious
2016's.
I'm not familiar with Quake, but I feel
Well,
like
they have friends to. He has friends to play it with. Though. At the time,
Fair.
I didn't. So I was the only one that had Doom 2016 when it came out.
Yeah,
So,
and then we all
I just
got
played
it
through the campaign. Yeah, a little too late though.
I've never played through the single player campaign of it ever.
You should. It's a
I
good
need
ride.
to play Doom 2016 as well.
Yeah, I have
It's
it.
a good ride.
I've never played through it. I played
It's
the
a good ride.
multiplayer with who was it?
I will say though, compared to Doom Eternal, Doom 2016 in terms of pace and difficulty, it's fucking child's play.
Me and Dan played it. There you go.
Hmm.
We played the multiplayer of.
shout out to Dan.
Yeah, shout out to Dan. Hope he's okay.
Shout out to Dan.
Sounds like
Yeah, I
he's,
hope you're right, man.
I think he's home for the hospital, so he should be all right.
Here's hoping.
All right. So are you done, Silver? I do not want to interrupt you again.
It's alright. Yes, I'm finally done.
Okay.
All right.
Oh God. Now another 20 minutes of silence
Out
from
of
your host.
sunshine and daisies, not a Twitter toxicity.
That is sadly true.
Silver waits till after he gives his review to host the stream. He's like, don't come in until I'm done talking, please.
Look, I completely fucking forgot about it. I'm sorry.
But Silver,
Yes.
I think the funniest part about this whole thing of Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal coming out on the same day is that Doom Eternal, the game like all about blood and gore and violence, is like it's not getting as much toxicity as Animal Crossing right now.
Oh, I will say one thing about Doom Eternal is that it wasn't as gory as I actually expected. It was actually kind of tame, even with the chainsaw.
I am so disappointed.
I
I want to play with a unicorn.
I expected. Oh, fuck the unicorn armor.
No, see,
But,
Silver, I think that's part of the problem with it.
Yeah.
Some people
Well-
would. Never mind.
So I'm gonna get back to actual Animal Crossing. But
Okay, go ahead.
okay. Of course, Animal Crossing has had a long history of being like solo person. You get a town, you build it up, you make friends with all the villagers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This game, as you know, tore the whole thing down of the pre-existing structures and gave you an entire island to customize,
Okay.
which has been very, very, very fun.
All right.
Now, of course, there are some things where you wish you had a bit more control or had foresight of, such as at one point, Tom Nook will ask you to place down 3 plots of land for new villagers to move in.
Mm-hmm.
What he doesn't tell you is that you have to continually go to the island, to different islands, to find villagers, or else he'll pick random ones for you. So I ended up getting 2 villagers. Luckily, both of them turned out to be pleasant rather than completely ugly,
Mm-hmm.
which some villages have a tendency to be.
I think that the Murmitch has a vanity problem. I'm just letting you know, guys.
I do not.
He spent
Just
like 2
because I
hours
don't like-
arguing with me about
You're
ugly
vain, Murmitch, you're very
characters
vain.
in the game. Yeah, he's very vain. He's like, if you're ugly, get off my island. Pfft, into the ocean, they're dead.
Well, one of my villagers doesn't look that very nice, but they still have a nice personality, so I'm allowing them to stay.
We're gonna watch Shallow Hal after the stream. It's dedicated to Murmitch.
Yes. Well, anyway,
Yes. go
so the way that they've set up multiplayer, I don't feel is that good. There were some points in time where I got really, really mad at the game because the way they set up multiplayer. So you can't save the game. since there's autosave, you can't save it. You can save when you when you close out.
Mm-hmm. But you can't save anywhere in between.
There is no autosave in multiplayer. The only way that it actually saves your progress in multiplayer is once you leave.
Wow.
That is the only time that it saves it. So you could spend like 2 hours on a friend's island, and the second that he goes, like puts his controller down and the screen turns off, which then the Switch goes into sleep mode, it will then kick you out and you lose all the progress you did on their island.
Wow.
New Leaf actually gave you the option to save in the multiplayer session, which was really, really nice. And I have no idea why they removed that feature.
That's so dumb.
Can we agree on one thing? Besides Mario Kart, Nintendo does not know how to fucking do multiplayer.
Saving?
Yeah, no multiplayer.
They don't know how to do multiplayer. No.
Like look at the setup they have for multiplayer on the Switch.
They did well on Animal Crossing New Leaf. They did very, very well.
But that wasn't on the Switch. That was on what? 3DS?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3DS is a lot easier to use multiplayer on.
Oh yeah, I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We have a 3DS
but
here.
It is a shame also. Like, I was really, really hoping that with the random island visits, I was hoping I could drag one of my friends along to it, but that's not an option. Unlike New Leaf, where you could drag your friends to a tropical island where you could go catch fish and bugs together. But in this one, the tropical islands are just like, you can't take your friends with you, so you're just limited to taking your friends to your own island, which kind of sucks. But other than that, the game is absolutely stunning in terms of graphics. The music, I feel, is a bit on the repetitive side compared to previous versions. Like, it all centers around the do 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 do. Like, that's basically about half of the hourly songs.
And you haven't lost your mind how?
Well, it switches it up between certain other melodies which are also repetitive.
I mean, I don't hold video game soundtracks to a high standard. Like, the only ones that I can think of offhand that have really good ones are like Ori and Celeste and stuff like that.
The thing is, in the past versions of Animal Crossing, every single hourly song was pretty dang unique to each other. So it was always, oh, what's it going to sound like from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m.? And like, I spent a pretty large amount of time listening to just different soundtracks of Animal Crossing because they're just really, really nice and pleasant to listen to. Though New Horizons is a bit repetitive, which is a shame.
Can I ask you a question about this? Because I'm noticing some similarities from what you're telling me with this game to Pokemon. So, like, the older Pokemon games, everybody adored them, and then this new one came out and people had complaints about it because they stripped away features that used to be in the older games. And it seems like with Animal Crossing, the things that people are bitching about are the same fucking type of shit that they were bitching about in Pokemon. Is that you take something that had a lot to offer, you give them a more pretty version, obviously, but a stripped down version of what they're used to.
I wonder if they share fan bases.
Maybe, but
That surprised me.
Like, by all means, the multiplayer, with all of its flaws, it's still really fun to just run around,
With somebody else, yeah.
Yeah, fish and catch bugs with your friends, and you can
Unless you're
obviously
getting bass.
Of course, the forever tormenting sea bass, which have haunted Animal Crossing players since GameCube days, back in 2001.
Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah, the sea bass is notorious for being the most annoying fish to catch because, oh, it's a big fish in the sea. I might catch something that's worth a lot of bells. Nope, it's a 240 bell sea bass.
Damn.
Scheiße.
You thought it was bells. It was me. Seabass.
Yeah. Though, right now, since it's April, the Bunny Day event is going on. And it's actually
Easter.
Yeah.
Well, of course you can't call it Easter because they don't want to be related to anything whatsoever.
Nope.
Same thing why Christmas is called Toy Day.
Let's just take the origins out of all of these fun holidays that a multitude of people celebrate.
Satan Bunny Day.
I mean, the
Isn't that what Doom's doing right now?
The mascot for Bunny Day is pretty horrifying, though.
Bunny hell?
Bunny
That would be
Day?
a funny Easter egg, literally.
No, see, that's the crossover we need. We need demon bunnies in Animal Crossing that escaped from Doom.
Oh, yeah. Because
And then Doomslayer has to like charge in and save all the
reference to Doom 1, where he goes on a rampage against demons because they killed his fucking bunny.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. This is actually canon.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god. Anyway, sorry.
But
carrot cannon.
Either way, like I do appreciate like how they've gone about like designing like the museum. The museum is the prettiest. It's just amazing, stunningly amazing museum.
Mm-hmm.
The past games, it's been square tanks in a room. You run around, you look at the fish that are just swimming around in there, and that's it. And this
sounds
one,
like an aquarium, not a museum.
well, yeah, basically
it
everything
belongs
was
in a
just in
museum.
boxes. Well, the fish section was just in boxes. The bug section is, well, it's pretty consistent throughout every version, including New Horizons, but it was mostly just a single room. Most of these areas were just single room area that you would run around in. The new version, like the dinosaur area, actually has like a path that goes along winding to each of the fossils and actually shows like what evolved into what, and it just goes from the main entrance room to a bigger room, and then to a last room where it has like this little glass wall that shows a bunch of different of the animals that you can get in the game. That it shows what they evolved from. So there's like a mammoth, and there's a little line that goes up to the elephant, which I thought was really, really dang cool.
Mm-hmm.
Plus it sparkles when like at the very, very beginning, and there's even like little blue spots you can stand on the ground where it does a camera change, or to show like certain fossils that you can't see very well normally. It's really cool. But the bug area, the first area is pretty similar to the one in New Leaf, where it's a room with a bunch of bugs sometimes flying around you. But there's actually a butterfly room this time. And it's actually really, really cool to see all the butterflies flying around.
Hold on one second. Thank you, Umi, for the resub. Much appreciated. Thank you for resubbing and your continued support of the revolution. Thank you. Now you may continue talking about your animals that are crossing.
So the fish section has a really, really cool feature where they've got this glass tube that you can walk through, and you can see fish swimming around you, which I think is really, really dang cool. And the museum, the environment in the tanks actually change depending on which and how many fish you catch.
Okay.
It does that with some of the bug exhibits too. So when you first start out with a museum, it's pretty much empty. Most of the tanks are just completely barren. But because I donated so much stuff yesterday, because it turned April and there was a bunch more fish and bugs, I caught a crap ton of them. This one waterfall terrace like area turned into a rocky background with like mounding rocks, and actually had like, instead of just glass in between them, it was actually like a rock water, which was really, really dang cool. But,
Nice.
like, it is a very, very peaceful, relaxing game. Like, even without all the people online, like, oh, it's so exploitable. Like, we can go and we can just go and time travel back and forth to get infinite bells and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I'm the Dell.
Because there are a lot of exploiters. There is a lot of them.
I'm surprised they haven't found a way to make it so you can't do that.
Well, they tried. They tried by getting rid of time travel in the menu, but you can still time travel using the switch.
The time setting in the switch.
I mean, it's kind of always been like that, hasn't it? With like that.
Like, I mean, I don't blame people who need to time travel to make it so they can actually play the game because their job restricts them from playing during the day.
Or if they're reviewers.
Or people who make tutorials and manuals for other people.
Let's be fair to people. If you're reviewing a game, you can't wait around for...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I'm going to play this game for 24 hours just to see what everything's like.
Yeah, you actually need to go ahead, but...
All right, now what's your rating on the game? Now be realistic. I know it gives you much pleasure.
Your heart wants to say 10, we know.
Yeah, but be realistic.
Like, in terms of gameplay, and I would if Animal Crossing New Leaf is a 10 out of 10, I would rate this a 8 or 7 out of 10.
Okay. How about everything else around the gameplay?
Graphics wise, I would rate this a 10 out of 10 because
compared to other games in the franchise.
Well, if you look up a picture of what the original like compared to this one, it's a very, very drastic difference in the terms of quality of what everything looks like. The animal AI is the most dynamic it's ever been. Like, you actually see animals going around and sitting down on, like, under a tree, or you can actually see them laying down in a bed you placed outside. Like you even get unique dialogue options, like, from, like, you got stung by a bunch of bees yesterday? A villager will say, oh, I heard you got stung a lot. Like, a lot. I actually had that today when I talked to a villager, and I got stung a lot yesterday because I wanted to get the basically achievement for getting stung so much that you got passed out. Yes, that's an actual achievement.
I would thrive at that achievement. All it would take for me is to get stung once and I die. Do I get an achievement for that?
Sadly, nope.
Aw, man.
But
I'll never be an animal.
No, you just get to start a new game.
Yeah.
Tarantulas have been spawning a lot more frequently than have past games.
Mm-hmm.
That is one thing that I've noticed. Like, basically, the first few nights there, you are just hounded by tarantulas. I'm guessing it's to probably help the villagers start out getting a lot of bells initially, and like slow down as it goes on.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of just running around, fishing, catching bugs, trying to get bells enough to pay off your debt shark, Tom Nook.
And if you pay him, then he wants to give you more.
Then he wants to upgrade your house, and you get even more.
Yeah.
But that's how every Animal Crossing game, and how it tries to slow the player down in progression.
I wish they would change that a little.
Is it ironic that your debt shark is a tanuki, not a...
It's the one thing
Not a shark.
as to why I've never played any Animal Crossing games, because of that whole debt crap.
Yeah, I mean
feels like
that
it's
turns a lot of people off to the game of
Yeah.
like, oh, I have to actually work and actually have to go a day-to-day basis. Like,
Yeah, I can't do that.
crap, that's annoying.
Some people
I
don't
already
have the
have-
patience.
But that
I already have
also
games where I do that anyway.
leads into the people who time travel, where if they don't want to work and they don't like playing day to day, they will time travel back and forth to get everything all at the start of the game, or they'll time travel to get the progression like done in like within a week of like just everything. That type of playing I don't see is a good way to play Animal Crossing, because it's meant to be played day to day. Even if you miss a day or two, you can still just hop right back into the game and you won't miss much.
Yeah.
Like, sure, there you could have caught some specific fish or bugs at certain times of the day during those times, or you wouldn't hit all the rocks to get all the materials you could have out of them. Or you couldn't have gotten the money rock, or just other stuff. But there's still a lot of ways to play the game, as long as you're not just flaunting like you're cheating over somebody else who's working.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't see too much of a problem with people time traveling, because I am guilty of time traveling in New Leaf. There were times where I just wanted to get my, because I was way too excited to get a bigger house. Now, this game, I feel like there's more of a repercussion for time traveling than there was in New Leaf.
Mm-hmm.
But not too much. But
so what's,
I love the game.
I was gonna say, what's your overall thought to end out your synopsis here?
Overall, I absolutely adore the game. I've got like, let's see, about 4-ish other friends playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that helps with that. There's actually one of the features I actually like is you can send presents to your friends over the internet.
So it has like a gifting system.
Well, yeah, you could always send presents via letter over the internet, but or not over the internet, but through the town, but you couldn't do it just from your island to somebody else's island. The only way you could send them a letter used to be was you would actually have to go to their island and send them a letter from their island.
Okay.
Or town or whatever. But overall, I love the game, and I'm definitely going to keep playing it for a very long time.
Well, that means you can give us an update next month and see what you come up with.
Well, by then I will probably have the terraforming tools, because I'm getting fairly close. I just got to invite a few more villagers in before it allows me to get them.
Yeah, I know that this game is not something you can sprint through. You got to take your time with it.
Nope. The fastest you can possibly get through it is inviting a villager per day, but even then it like restricts you by upgrading certain things, like the town center. You couldn't get in there a single, like, one of the days because they had to upgrade from a tent to an actual building.
Mm-hmm.
And you couldn't invite other villagers until Tom Nook said, "Oh, hey, we need to invite more villagers to create a better community." And I've already picked out certain spots where I want the villagers to go. So, pretty happy with that.
There you go. And see, I let both of you guys have your time.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's get down to the actual, like, speedier
Indie stuff.
Speedier reviews.
Yeah.
Right? The nitty-gritty.
All right. So, since I played this last night, I'm going to talk about this real quick. And I'll make it fairly quick. The Complex. Played it last night on stream. what did you guys think about it? And then I'll tell you guys what I thought about it, because you guys were all there.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you guys think?
I like the sci-fi aspect of it, and the fact that nanites were the main focus of the story.
I really liked that it was basically a movie, that they actually acted the whole thing out. That was a really, really interesting thing.
The characters actually had personality.
I was very surprised by the amount of scenes that we did not see.
And they weren't actually one-dimensional.
Yeah, like we missed over 100 scenes in that playthrough.
I know, right? Yeah. Damn.
So
I wonder what else is in life for us.
Yeah,
a lot.
I want to go on like a eat shit run, where I just like do whatever against what I normally do with my moral
that's
code.
always fun to do.
Yeah, just be
Why
like,
not?
all right, sorry, pregnant lady, you're dead. Sorry, dude, you're dead. See if I can kill her off in the first few minutes.
Sorry, Reese, you're dead.
Yeah, because I have a feeling.
Try and pick up the box yourself.
Like, there's a couple examples I can think of without spoiling
Sequel
it.
the deaths.
But like when you're supposed to go buy a laser in the duct, if you just say like
Rush through it, yeah.
rush through it, I imagine you die.
Yep. Goodbye that head.
Yeah, so I imagine that's one ending. I can think of a couple other things that we were like, we should use caution. If we were like, fuck it probably would have been a lot worse.
I want to know what happens if you jump down.
Oh, I mean, instead of throwing like something small down there, if you jump down there.
Yeah, just jump down it.
I'm curious what happens if you throw something big down there. Like,
I was
does it
thinking
get
maybe
stuck partway through.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is like maybe you don't get like a sound because it gets stuck.
But does that mean it also breaks your fall when you jump in?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
Stuck
that? You
somewhere
mean
down
that? You mean that?
The toilet.
Yeah, she probably would have put the
I
toilet
don't know if I
seat
should.
in there.
I don't know if I should say because it's kind of. Fuck, I'll say it anyway. Yeah, that hole in the toilet is actually pretty a long drop because I did actually hear the.
Oh
Yeah, no, we heard the
piece of
little
the
thing when we
toilet
dropped
drop,
it in there.
and I was like, "That's a long drop."
It was
That
like a
took
good
at least 3
10
seconds.
Yeah, really 3? I was thinking more like 5 or 6.
I think
Yeah,
at least
yeah.
4, probably somewhere.
Yeah, 4 to 5.
5
Yeah,
or 6.
4 to 5 seconds. Because
But that's like
if she drops down there, she's
that's a long,
dead.
long drop.
Or at
Well,
least, I mean, she has
Might
broken
not be
her
dead,
legs.
but she's not going to be walking away from it. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait, how was she?
She might be crawling
I'm
away from it,
wondering-
but she won't be walking.
Like,
Also, but
does
how
the
would she get
toilet
out?
exit into that area though?
You know what? Yeah.
Let's put it this way: the
and didn't-
hole
and
is
didn't
not
Reese
realistic.
decide- and didn't Reese decide
Yeah,
to
there's-
If you
piss down
stuck,
there too?
what did she put in there? If you stuck potassium in a toilet and had it explode, it would not create a hole. You would just have
Plumbing.
not a
A
toilet
toilet.
in your bathroom anymore.
Well, where'd the plumbing
Yeah.
go?
Right?
Exactly.
True.
The blast
Does
would
it
not
just
go straight
drop
down
down
into
in
a
there?
hole.
Like, is it
like,
literally just a pit down there that is like unsealed, or
There we go. That's what it was. The toilet had no plumbing. It was just a big, huge hole underneath the toilet. That's why that happened.
Yeah. So for the people that are part of the Discord, this week coming up on one of our off stream game nights, I will be doing another playthrough of this, and we will be doing like fuck off playthroughs of it because there's 9 endings, and we want to find out at least how to do some of them. So if you're in the Discord, make sure to check that out. I would say from what I got for an ending though, and we actually managed to make it through, and not everybody died. I have to say, it's a solid 7. It's like nothing groundbreaking, but it got me invested, and that's all it really has to do.
If you like a choose your own adventure game,
Yeah.
then you'll definitely love this. It's got a good story, good cast.
I mean, I tried to play it with a relative amount of like,
trying to keep everyone alive?
moral code, at least in that
Yeah.
playthrough. Instead of like, we could have made it completely lewd and at the beginning been like, "Hey, Reese, oh yeah." Even though I'm sorry, you know what? Everybody was
Sexy time.
talking shit about Reese when I first started playing this game, and he has the best character arc of all of them because he's the only one that fucking changes. Everybody else is like, I don't know if I'm good or bad until the very end. Like, Reese starts out a fucking annoying dick, and by the end of it, he's probably the bravest person of all of them.
Pretty much.
The people who are in most danger are the only people that actually show any backbone in the whole entire game. Or movie, or whatever you want to call it.
True.
Interactive movie.
Yes. So speaking of interactive movies, the next game, since we're going to just go through these, I guess, is... come on. Come on, fingers, work with me. Dark Pictures Anthology. Man of Medan. Yeah.
Man of Medan. Ah, yes.
So we played this as well. I played this as well. And I have to say, this is definitely way... If you want a more interactive experience, this is definitely the one out of the two games. Does this game have flaws? Yeah. Yeah. It's not...
Yeah.
It's not super good. But,
yeah, the facial animations in some of the scenes. Ugh. The expressions, oh god, super cringe.
But I do find it's cool that you could do it co-op with somebody. I do find it cool that it does have replayability, just like the other game we discussed, the Complex. The only problem is I don't know if I could see myself going through this over and over and over again, hoping for a different ending. Just because the flow of this game, especially with all the walking, like slow walking around you have to do, it would be harder for me to drag myself through multiple playthroughs of this. I could probably do one more just because I was pissed I killed 3 people. But two until the very, very end.
I didn't want to ruin anything. That's why I said nothing.
Yeah, no, it's fine. And I killed 2 to the very, very end, and then at the very end, I made a decision when you weren't supposed to make any decision, and I killed somebody, which was terrible. But
I said it before. I'll say it again. I'm very surprised it didn't happen sooner than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do have to say that the game is definitely worth playing. If you get on a discount, I wouldn't pay massive amounts of money for it.
No.
But I am excited for their next game. And I really liked their first game. So if this is just like a step back for them, it was still enjoyable, don't get me wrong. It's just there was some hiccups with it. Like when you're trying to deal with facial animations, even some of them will look like Mass Effect Andromeda levels of like derp.
My face is tired.
Oh boy, yeah.
That's
I
not
got
good.
that vibe after watching it for the first time. I was like, yeah, especially when I forgot her name. When the blonde girl, when she smiles at a certain point in the early part of the game, I was like, that's not how you smile.
How did that get past Q&A? That's all I have to ask.
I don't fucking know, mate.
How do any Bethesda games get past Q&A? I don't know.
Because there isn't any. Because there fucking isn't any. That's why.
Yep, there isn't any Q&A. Let's face it. At this point, why would there be?
Yeah. All right. So before I continue, do you guys have any that you want to talk about?
I mean, I had my assigned game of the month.
Okay, let's talk. Okay, what was it? I forgot.
It was called Hidden Through Time.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Okay. Lay it on.
So, basically, it's a colored Where's Waldo game. It's very, very similar to another game that I've played and really, really liked. Called Hidden Folks, which is... This one is basically a colored version of that.
Without the voice.
Without the mouth sounds, but it still has some questionable sounds.
Oh.
Where
and this is why Murmitch gets these games.
if you click on a lizard, it goes. Basically a fart. It basically farts at you if you click on a lizard.
Sounds accurate. I don't know what the
Okay.
problem is. Yeah.
But I do have a little bit of issue with some of the placement of stuff, because like some of them are just really, really like annoying to find. Like a lot of they do give you hints as to where they are, but they might just they don't make the things you have to find very unique.
So it doesn't stick out in the crowd.
Yeah, it doesn't. Like in Hidden Folks, what it has is it has guys that look different.
You don't have to explain that. At
They're
least
unique
I've
to
played...
any other
Go ahead.
folk on the map.
I was going to say, I've played Hidden Folk before.
Characters.
I've at least played that game before.
Hidden Folks?
Yes.
Yeah. This one has, like, if you're looking for one specific dude, but there might be another dude who looks identical, but it's not the right one. Or you're tasked with finding a single banana, like...
In a
that
room
is
full
like
of bananas?
Well, more like a banana in an area... Like, the banana is just like this tiny little sliver of yellow and can be the tiniest little thing that you never...
You know who would be great at this is Jess.
Maybe.
Oh, does she like those kinds of games?
Hidden object style game.
I always liked those when I was younger.
It is
I played a
fun.
couple when I was younger, yeah.
I will admit Hidden Through Time is pretty fun. I just have an issue with some of the objects that you're tasked with finding. Mainly the banana.
Speaking of objects you're tasked with finding, this one has a kind of unique feature, doesn't it? Have you tried that?
Yeah, I have not tried the custom creation thing yet, but from the story mode maps, it is like I can see a lot of really, really fun maps being produced by this.
Well, that means people are playing it at least.
That's good.
That's the important part.
Mm-hmm. There are a few interesting looking Hidden Through Time player maps.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was the assigned
See, and that's
game that I had.
And that wasn't a bad game. Now you get to play something really fun. Feed the horse bear. But they're always hey, listen, at least they're always cheap.
Yeah, true.
I'm not asking him to buy a $20 game that he'll play for 5 minutes
But-
and never play again.
I definitely will eventually go 100% Hidden Through Time just because I can.
Now Jess is like, I gotta play Hidden Folk. Yeah, you do.
Wait until it goes on sale. That's all I'll say.
It's not worth full price. Ooh.
It's worth like $4 or $5-ish, but not $8.
Ringing endorsement.
Yeah, I know, right?
What?
All right. I said ringing endorsement. It's not worth that extra $3, guys. You can buy a Monster Energy drink with that. Fuck your heart. You don't need this game.
Anybody else got games that they played?
I did finish.
Well, of course.
I've got a ton, so don't worry about it.
I did finish Forward Borderlands 3 yesterday.
Do you want to talk about it?
I don't know, dude.
I think Silver's talked about Borderlands 3 before.
Yeah. And
But
plus,
I've not
honest-
finished it until yesterday.
And honestly, Silver, I haven't finished it.
Yeah, I know.
Let's put it this way, Silver. Did any of your opinions whatsoever change after finishing the game?
For the story, no. As I said in the Discord chat, I hated it. I actually hated it. There were so many bullshit moments. And I was like, fucking why?
Oh wait,
Just to make room for this fucking bitch.
Wait, what happened? What happened to the games that we all assigned ourselves? Because Murmitch is the only one who did his.
I did mine.
What was mine anyway? I think it was Doom
Silver
Eternal.
never remembers what he did.
Yeah, it was Doom Eternal. That was the game I was going to play. And I've already spoken about Doom Eternal.
I know, I'm just busting his balls. Alright, did you
Well,
did yours
the next
though, right?
game is Resident Evil
Yes.
3 anyway, so.
I played Weekless.
Yeah, how was
Weekless.
it? How did you spell that?
Week and less.
Oh, okay.
One word. Less.
Well, believe me, there's times where I ask that and it's like, no, it's WEEKE. Oh, yeah, how was this anyway?
WEECLA. Yeah.
Now that I remember what game you were talking
Oh,
about.
yeah, that game. I remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cute. It's kind of a fun little puzzle adventure where you switch between these two characters. One is deaf, the other is blind. So when you're playing as the one that's deaf, the music, like all the environmental sounds go away, and the music gets like quiet and muffled. You can see just fine. You can see everything. But when you're playing as the blind character, as you can see here, everything just goes completely colorless, and you have a very small area around you that you can see.
Because you're
But you
using
can
other
hear all the
senses.
environmental sounds, and the music kind of gets more prominent. So I kind of like how, for me at least, it encouraged me to like switch between characters as I was moving through the area, just so I could kind of get the sounds in an area and then see the colors and visuals effects of things. And of course, each of them has their own skill set. Like, obviously, the one who can... there's also two different kinds of collectibles you can get for things. Like, the one who can see will paint pictures of places you've been if you find a place to sit down and paint.
Mm-hmm.
And the one who can hear, obviously, there's like musical instruments you can find scattered around that he'll interact with and collect sounds, so to speak.
Huh.
Nice.
So yeah, like the way they distribute mechanics and make puzzles working around controlling both characters is pretty well done.
So do you think the game is good, worth the price, not worth the price?
If you like simple little cute puzzle games that have a decent atmosphere, I think it might be, what is it, $15?
Yeah.
$15. I think it'd probably be worth the price. I haven't gone through the whole thing, so I don't know exactly how much gameplay is in there, but yeah, if that looks like a little too much, I'm sure it wouldn't be hard to wait for it to go on sale.
Exactly. So thankfully, games like that tend to go on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, anyone else got another game? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to set something up there.
Well, I know there is one game that three of us can talk about that we played recently.
Yeah, I'll have to do that on Epic, because I'm not going to Uplay. Fuck that. Why didn't Murmitch play again?
Because he was playing a hunter game. Or he wanted to play a
yeah.
hunter game.
Yeah.
Actually,
Alright.
were you playing that, Murmitch? Is that something you can talk about too?
No.
Yes,
Alright.
break.
Yes,
Breakpoint.
Breakpoint. Don't everybody start talking all at
Right,
once.
yeah, I mean...
I've only played like 2 hours of it, and that's all I've played, so I can't really.
I mean, you and Tim played only for the time we were playing on stream, so...
Mhm.
Oh, but now we'll play
Yeah.
more because Ray bought it and we can get on the Buddy Pass.
Eh,
Thanks for saving me money. No, it's on sale right now, actually, for
Not a problem.
1979.
yeah, on Epic Store.
Yeah,
anyway.
because
I-
Epic's having their
assume-
spring sale.
Yeah, I assume the price is reset on Uplay, right?
Oh man, I wish
let's take a look.
I wish I still had my $10 voucher. That mean I could get it for like $9.
That would be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that expired. What?
No,
what?
it expires May 1st.
Well, that means I could still probably get it on Epic at least.
Yep.
I don't know if I want to get it on Epic or Uplay. I don't know. I mean,
Uplay still has it on sale. It's $19.80.
Yeah, it's a whole $40.20 off.
Okay.
Well, I'll say
See
this:
how much it is
from what
for
I
me.
played, a bit, it obviously has improved because it was a buggy mess at launch.
16.50, 67% off. It's under 20.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
And it's probably worth that.
And I do have a discount for 20% extra off. So.
Oh yeah, through you play.
87% off. Yeah, because I could just use 100 of my points. I still have over.
I like the fact that they're letting you use your points to do that.
Yeah, for now. The points thing is going to go away soon.
Oh, I should use those then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
much is that new DLC?
I feel like if you're playing it with friends, it would be fun enough to do the $20. Any more than that, I mean, unless this is not a game you want to play by yourself all the time. I mean, I imagine you can play it by yourself and have a good time with it, but I mean, like, it's something fun to fuck around with friends with. So yeah,
While I think you can have fun with friends like that, Tim, I'm gonna actually disagree with you. I've been having a lot of fun playing alone for a while. Compared to what we were doing, we were messing around, having a lot of fun. I've been running it basically like a Splinter Cell game, a stealth game, and I quite enjoyed it. It basically felt a lot like a Metal Gear game.
But that's why we need another Splinter Cell game. We need another one.
Here.
Blacklist is great, but that game's what, 8 years old?
Wow. Now that you talk about it.
I could get Division and Breakpoint for both of them for £20 6p.
That's fucking a good deal. Jesus Christ.
I'll think about it.
Well, at least then you'd be able to play both of them with us.
Yeah, I suppose.
Anytime you want.
Yeah. And I own the Division too, so, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I'll think about it. But anyway.
I mean, I might not be one of those cool streamers that has the new Call of Duty every year, but I do buy some
Call of Duty, man.
I do,
we all agree there.
I do buy games that, you know, you go pew pew once in a while.
If I wanted a game that requires you to run around like a headless chicken with some actual fucking skills, I'd rather play Quake 3. Because that game actually does require you to pay the fuck attention.
I'd rather play Titanfall 2 if I was going to play a game like that. Because at least then I'm playing through a story.
So next time we play this, I think we should try it with the Ghost experience, or at least some of the Ghost experience active, because I'd like to try playing where we're not playing MMO style, like progression with gear score and all that. And, you know, enemies drop their weapons. You can pick up enemy weapons.
Alright, so I haven't played enough of that to talk about that. I don't want to talk about something unless I played enough to actually say something about it. I wrote it down and then I'm like, nah, I haven't really played it enough yet.
Out of curiosity, did anybody play any demos from the demo?
Admittedly, no.
The only demo I played was Resident Evil 3 demo.
Admittedly, I didn't.
Because I have one I'd like to at least bring up.
Okay.
I will talk about it again when I see it get a release date.
Can I quickly talk about this one? Yeah. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I finally got to play a lot more of it. Mostly, it was all off stream, but some people watch me play it. Besides the fact that the puzzles drive me mad at times, everything else with it is a lot of fun. It's beautiful. It runs well. It makes you feel like a fucking badass. If you like Uncharted / Tomb Raider games with like a Star Wars layer on top of it, this is a perfect game for you. And it's on sale for 40% off right now. So,
still.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So, just telling you, if you want a good Star Wars game, a Star Wars game
that brings the Jedi back into Star Wars.
Yes, exactly. Then this is the game for you. Fuck all the, Battlefront 1 and 2. Screw that. I have no desire to play that shit. But this, on the other hand, this is the first Star Wars game I was actually excited about in a long time. But alright, what did you want to talk about, Ray?
I played the Haven demo. So the game's called Haven.
Haven? Just Haven?
No, just Haven.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. They escape to a lost planet to be together. An RPG adventure about love and freedom.
And it's co-op. It's going to be co-op when it comes out. I think this might be a fun game to see you just play. But yeah, it was fun. Like, it's kind of an RPG. You get to you fly around the environments, interact with things. The story and writing seem pretty good.
And it says the game is like Final Fantasy X. I'm like, what? Okay.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. This game is relevant. Is this game relevant to you? Similar to games you played, Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, Tim was immediately sold.
Yep, I am. No, I do like how you could traverse around, though.
Yeah, the little flying with the hover boots or whatever they are.
That would be a cool game to play with Jess.
But yeah, so I played the demo. It was pretty fun. It wasn't a lot in there, but I'm in the Discord now. So if it gets a release date, I will keep you posted.
You know, I feel bad for joining Discords on games, at least ones that I haven't played demos of, because I get excited about a game, hop in the Discord, and then finally the game comes out and it's absolute trash, and I'm like, I'm gonna get out of here.
I'm just gonna leave quietly.
That happened to me 3 times in the last 4 months.
Ooh.
And I'm like, yeah, this game's gonna be great. Comes out, and I'm like, no, it's broken. Leave Discord.
Well, that was a miss. Let's just sneak out of here while nobody's looking.
I was in the GTFO Discord for like 6 months. I left.
Oh, yeah, you left it. Yeah.
Think about it. I left that one. I think I did leave that one.
I should probably do this.
Pretty sure I left.
I don't have any desire to play it right now. Like I've played it enough where I know what I'm getting myself into, and I'm like, unless I just feel like beating myself up. If I start playing Dark Souls, then bring back up GTFO, okay? If I play like Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, if I start playing stuff like that and like mastering it and doing awesome, then bring back up GTFO and we'll attack it again.
Now, Tim, I'm still thinking if Markiplier and Jacksepticeye can manage to somehow get through it without dying
while playing with the dev.
No, they've actually just all 4 of them. Mark, Bob, Jack, and Wade.
If those guys manage to somehow do it, then like possibly we might be able to. I don't know.
They've done all the first rundown missions.
I know
all of them.
They don't exist anymore.
And, I'm astounded. Yeah, I know, but I was astounded.
Yeah.
They actually we got controller support and actually
they have. I mean,
we could definitely do it.
Despite how much shit they give Wade, I know it's part of their character thing, and I'm like, despite that, they work very well together. Why? It's probably because they've known each other for years.
Oh yeah.
Well, also how edited
we've known each other. Yeah, they're. Oh, by the way, they streamed them. They streamed it, by the way. Those videos are actually streamed. They were all done in the moment and live.
Wow.
It's just that they edit the videos down to be watchable. Yeah, but I did watch like a whole 2-hour stream of Jack playing with Mark, Bob, and Wade.
They removed the controller support from it.
No.
Really?
Smart.
Finally. Well, at least they're not,
and
lying anymore.
Bought the game. What a.
It's 20% off right now.
Yeah.
In game Borderlands 3.
maybe when you're 75% off, No. You know what? Never mind. No, we have more entertaining multiplayer games to play.
If we get so desperate that no games are coming out and we don't want to play anything else,
I like how Left 4 Dead 2 is said, and this game is similar to that.
If it goes,
if it's 4-player co-op,
if it goes under 20, I'll buy it. There you go.
Yeah.
I would say it has to go.
If it's like 50% off, maybe I'll consider getting it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'd consider it a half price if everybody else was going to get it.
Yeah.
I'm getting close to my favorite part where I get to talk about the bad games.
Oh boy.
Right. So anyone else got some games they want to talk about?
I already spent mine too.
Let's see.
I had quite a few this month.
I did finish the entirety of God Eater 3, but
Yeah.
I've already spoken
Now
about
that they
God Eater.
finally released the entirety of it.
Yeah.
How about you, Ray? You got anything else? Because I only got three. I only got 3 left, so it's not like one is good and the other 2 I'm pretty much gonna shit on for about 2 minutes apiece.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Go for it.
You didn't speak about Path of Exile. We have never mentioned that game on the podcast ever. Not even I have.
I've never made it past Act 2. I didn't feel like I played enough.
True, because I've made it up to Act 3, but I have never finished the game yet.
All right, so I played this right after the podcast last month, and I played a little more since then. Scourgebringer.
Yeah, I remember that.
Celeste meets Dead Cells, and that's a very accurate interpretation. And you know what I have to say? The game is very early along. Not gonna lie, the game is very early in its development cycle, it feels. But from what's there, it's probably gonna be another one of those games where I'm gonna want to complete it. You know, I'm gonna want, just like I wanted to complete Celeste, this is another game where I'm gonna want to sit down and I'll give it however many hours it needs and I'll beat it.
Yeah, I remember watching you play that. Jesus.
Yeah.
So this is going to be another...
Kunai?
Kunai playthrough.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully with less screaming and less me wanting to bash my head off the ground, but usually...
I don't know. It looks similar in that aspect.
I was going to say, with this genre of game, it's a very good possibility. But no, I have no problem with this game. This game's available on Xbox Game Pass on PC. If you don't want to pay to buy it, I'm probably going to buy it on Steam because I'm probably not going to keep the Xbox Game Pass forever. Unless there's going to be something that's going to keep me in to the Xbox Game Pass. People buying Sea of Thieves when it comes on Steam. Stuff like that. Yeah, that people have said oh, play it if it's on Steam. I'm holding you to it, motherfuckers.
All right, put your money where your mouth is.
I will play it with you guys on Steam if it comes.
It is. It's coming to Steam. It's already got a Steam page now.
I've never been particularly interested in it, so don't necessarily expect me to bring it.
I want to sing shanties.
I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. Oh, Sea of Thieves. Yeah, right.
Yeah, bro.
I just want to sing shanties while we're on the boat.
I don't know.
No, listen. If you don't want to play it, don't play it.
You don't have to sing.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you don't want to play it, no one's gonna force you to play it, guys. But I'm saying if me and Murmitch I have one other person I know who will play it with me, and thankfully this is one of the ones where it's gonna be where if you play it on Xbox, you can play it. You play it on PC, through the Windows 10 store, you can play it. And if you own it on Steam, you can all play all 3 of them together.
Nice.
So, this is going to be nice like that. I have loved every minute that I have put into this game so far. I'm not even kidding. I played it right when it came out, and that was before they added all the anniversary stuff, which has made it so there's fishing in the game, and there's actual monsters out in the middle of the ocean that will attack your boat.
Okay, now I know why Murmitch wants to play.
And it is amazing. Treasure hunting is great. It's a lot of fun.
And there's an accordion.
Yeah. Until Murmitch fishes up his first sea bass, then he's going to uninstall the game and never play it again.
No. You know what my favorite thing is when we find a kraken. I'm gonna shove Murmitch in the cannon and shoot him towards the kraken because you can actually do that.
You can stuff yourself inside a cannon
and shoot yourself out the cannon. Yes, but no, the treasure.
Boarding party's ready, but the ship's 5 kilometers out, sir. Just do it.
Oh yeah, and you have to have somebody. You have to have people that are willing to repair the ship because the ship will get holes in it, and
you have to take a bucket
sink.
you have to take a bucket and barrel it out.
What do we do with the drunken sailor?
I'm not saying this.
Listen,
Silver, I know this game isn't for everybody, but for me, I love this game. I love what I've played of it so far, and I haven't played it in months. Like I said, they added so much stuff to it. I'm ready to hop back in and see what they've added. More than what I already know. Like now there's different types of ships you can get, and there's more treasure, and you can do horde battles against skeletons instead of just finding them randomly on islands.
Hopefully the pirates that you make aren't as ugly.
Aren't pirates supposed to be ugly? This isn't
Not
Pirates
all
of the
of them.
Caribbean.
It depends on what country you ask.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, so now
Japan, everything's pretty.
and now here's the time where I bring up a couple games that I am not a great big fan of, that I had the displeasure of playing, and I'm gonna save you your time.
Tim's
Yeah,
don't buy section.
I haven't played an extremely terrible game in years.
Okay, so our first game on Fuck It, Don't Buy It, is RBI Baseball 20. Now,
Oh boy.
it's not against the fact that it's a baseball game. I love baseball games. I actually really like sports games. But this baseball game is absolute shit.
Absolute shit. Wow.
And it was developed and published by Major League Baseball.
I bet that's the worst part.
Okay, what they basically did is they took like the RBI baseball from the early 2000s, like 2001, 2002, and just upgraded the graphics, kept everything else the same. So like all the mechanics in the game are clunky as fuck. Ouch, Kurt Schilling did it. Yeah, I know, right? He made Rhode Island go in debt again.
Evening glove.
But yeah, it's terrible. It's fucking terrible. And as I will mention later on in the games I'm looking forward to, there's another baseball game coming out this month coming up, which is part of a series that I have loved for like the last 5 years, which hopefully will do baseball right. But no, do not buy this game. Go nowhere near it. It's not worth your money. It's a clunky mess. It doesn't even run well.
It's trash.
I mean, God, I have a now I have a very good computer. So if I can't run this at 1080p without slowdown on a GTX 2070 Super, there's something fucking wrong.
Yeah.
And it's not a very graphically intensive game. It's just not optimized. It doesn't run well. Like, the mechanics of hitting and pitching and everything are, like, prehistoric. Like, I'm playing on a Super Nintendo.
Outdated.
Yeah, like PS1 baseball. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing really good about this game whatsoever. Please save your money.
So it's not trash, Silver. It's a swing and a miss.
And okay, this one goes on the fuck it list for now. This next game goes on the fuck it list for now. But maybe down the road
could be saved.
It could be saved. And that is Bleeding Edge. Which is from Ninja Theory. I know it's gonna hurt some people, but I don't like this game.
Really?
Yeah, okay, the combat itself is cool. You know, like it takes like that Devil May Cry reboot style, or you know, takes that type of combat and puts it in a MOBA. No problem with that. I don't even have a problem with MOBAs. I don't have a problem with them at all. Okay, if you want to make a MOBA, that's great. It's actually got mostly positive reviews. I feel like this is people's like alternative to Overwatch or something, which is fine. I'm not a big fan of Overwatch either. Maybe I'm just not a fan of the genre. I don't know. But the problem with this particular game is people. Okay, there's many different characters you can pick, which are all represent a different class. And, you know, you have to have a healer on your team or you're fucked. But you have to have a team to play this game. And if you run into a whole bunch of randos who just want to run around and jump off walls and not cooperate, it is one of the most frustrating fucking games to play. No lie.
Reminds me of Paladins.
I like Paladins.
Sounds like a team game.
Yeah. But, you know, you need a team, though. Like, you can't go hop in it and be
Good luck with that.
I'm going to play and be like, yeah, let's go play. And then hop in and then, you get stuck with a whole bunch of randos that don't know how to cooperate with each other, and you just want to bash your head off the desk. But I do have some positives. That's why I said this game can be salvaged. Some positives. Character designs, really cool. Every one of them extremely unique.
Oh yeah, I'll agree there.
The combat,
that's important.
The combat styles extremely unique to each character. I feel like the only thing they need to do is they need to give you more. They need to incentivize team play more, so you don't have these people just run around doing dumb shit. And maybe just add a couple more game modes, because right now it's like get energy out of containers, bring them back to your area, or hold the zone in the middle, like capture the flag and stuff like that. Maybe if they had a couple different modes that were actually different from what you play and everything else, maybe I'd appreciate it more. But I like I said, I don't hate the game, but for right now, it's just, I would wait to see where it progresses now that it's out. But right now, for $30, I couldn't recommend it. And I wanted to play Ori. I didn't get to it yet, so when I get done playing it, then I will give my say on it, because until I play something, I'm not going to speak on it.
Look forward to next month.
Yes. Come back next month for that one.
I would say one thing that sounds kind of promising here is the fact that despite it being a team game, having teammates that don't cooperate is so detrimental. Because something that can happen a lot in team games is where it's a team game, but it's easy to carry a team alone. And that can be fun for the person carrying the team, but not always is fun for the rest of the people playing.
No one can carry you. No one can carry you in this game.
Which I think is good, because that means that it actually is focused on teamwork, not just, okay,
there is no way that one character can carry, because that character will eventually die.
Especially without healing.
Yeah. And the healer is really fragile, so even though you have a healer, he'll stick around you as long as he can, but if he starts getting attacked, he's got to bail.
So I assume there's no health pickups like in like in Overwatch. Oh, there is. Okay,
there is, but they're limited.
Of course, yeah, just like in any other.
Yeah, they jump up like a quarter of your health. So it's not like you get fully replenished if you find one. But yeah, okay. So that's it. That's it for the games we have played. Now let's talk about some news. News is great, right?
The news.
I was gonna say we need like a transition with that kind of breaking news thing. That'd be great.
Insert Unreal Tournament 3 capture the flag sound here.
We're gonna talk about Epic Games again, but this time we're not gonna. We're not gonna talk about something bad.
Oh.
We're gonna talk about something that really doesn't matter to anybody, but I thought was actually pretty cool.
Wait, I thought Epic was already publisher, considering they fucking made Unreal Tournament.
Yeah, but that's them releasing their own games. I'm talking about they're releasing other people's games.
That's self-published.
Oh.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, yeah, but okay.
No, this is them releasing for other people.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's cool.
So, what is Night Dive Studios, Remedy Studios, the people that made Control,
and Max Payne.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the other one. Who was it? Remedy. Come on. Remedy, Night Dive, and I can't. It's Playdead are basically all releasing their next game with publishing from Epic, but pretty sweet deal for the development teams.
Okay. Ooh, does this mean System Shock might actually get fucking released then?
Maybe.
The remake, I mean, not just System Shock.
Okay, so
So
this is a
does
good
this
sign.
publishing ask that they do like a year's exclusivity on Epic Games or anything like that, or is
Nope.
this just
nope,
straight up
No.
publishing?
no.
Promising.
Okay.
That's
I would say that that's surprising, but it's also a good thing. I'm not going to complain.
Okay, so Epic Games will cover up to 100% of development costs
God damn.
from the developers'
Dang.
salaries to go to market expenses such as QA, localization, and marketing, and all publishing costs.
They're being awfully generous. Why? There must be
no.
a catch.
I know, right?
Well, there is, but it's not as big of a catch as you're thinking. It's once the game releases, once all costs are recouped, developer earns at least 50% of all profits after the game has made its money back.
Ah, okay.
But remember, they're getting paid the whole entire time they're making the game without having to pay anyone in-house on their own.
Okay, I think that's fair.
Yeah. So
What do you guys think?
Well, it's a trade-off. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with what other publishing companies'
Mm-hmm.
pricings and stuff is, but if they don't pay for as much, and don't take as big of a cut in the end, then it's just another trade-off option. This will be safer, even if you don't necessarily make as much per sale afterwards.
No, Glad, this isn't Borderlands 3. It's not based on bonus and royalties.
We're not there yet. We'll get
Don't worry.
there.
We'll get to that.
That's coming. But
Stay tuned.
Yeah,
at 5.
The other part of this is developers will have full creative control over their games.
Good.
There will be no dipping their hands in the pot.
Good.
And developers retain 100% of all intellectual property.
Good.
Very good.
Very
good.
Yeah, so I don't see that people were like, "Oh, now Epic's at it again." Has nothing to do with that.
No,
Not
this
yet.
is a good thing. This is a good thing. So long as they don't do the whole fucking exclusivity deal shit, this is a good thing. I'm all for it.
This is a good PR stunt, if nothing else.
Especially because Night Dive kind of needs the fucking money. Because even they said they were struggling with fucking System
Funding.
Shock.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully this solves their issue, and they can get back to working on the damn thing.
But I see this as a positive for companies that either can't afford to put out their games, are
for sure.
struggling with budget, or also just want to be able to be creative and not have to worry about going under as a company.
Yeah, for sure.
Or having to
And what
follow somebody else's rules. When
And
they
yeah, I've been doing this
get
podcast
funded.
for almost 2 years now. It'll be 2 years next month. And anybody who's watched me at any point during that time will know that there's one thing I love in video games more than anything, and that's creativity. So I don't care if it's Epic, Microsoft, any particular publisher out there.
Doesn't even care if it's Bethesda.
Yeah,
Not like Bethesda has any creativity left, but hey.
Exactly. Like, okay, good example is like EA with A Way Out. Okay, A Way Out was made by somebody not even tied to EA whatsoever, but they released the game and they helped fund it, and the game was amazing.
Oh yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed playing.
It almost
especially
made a
when it
whole
hit me in
bunch.
the feels.
It almost made a whole bunch of grown men cry.
That game was really.
It made me fucking tear up. And I'm like, what the fuck? No game's done this in years.
Yeah, me and Silver played that game together, and at the end of it, we were like, everybody's just sitting there like borderline crying.
I was fucking hesitating as well. I was like, no, I don't want to fucking kill you, man. No, I can't do this shit.
It's
no,
bad.
man.
Yeah, so like I love creativity in games, and I love people to be able to do their creative, have creative freedom without the worry of putting themselves belly up. So Microsoft and Epic are both going this route of giving like the developers creative freedom while supporting their cause. So we will see how that turns out for them. And if these deals end up screwing over the publisher, it's not going to screw over the dev, but it might make the publisher worry if these games come out and they're not successful at all. But for right now, I believe it is only a positive.
It's good to see some people are still actually paying attention to the other people's mistakes.
Indeed, we shall see how the future holds for these specific developers.
Yep.
All right, so this is actually more of a question that we're gonna go with on this one. All right. Did Half-Life Alex impress enough to actually make people more interested in VR?
Well, I haven't got it yet, so I can't say if.
No, I'm not
anything
talking.
really for
Not
sure.
talking about from personal experience.
Well, I don't know, dude.
But I'm talking about from what people's reaction to the game has been.
Well, according to Steam, overwhelmingly positive. Holy
Yeah,
shit!
I think it's been pretty dang positive. It's a very, very interesting VR game. It's very, very different.
I think that
Oh, yeah.
the index controller itself makes this game way better.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm not paying
It's the
£1,000.
it's the first one with actually where you can control all of your fingers individually with VR.
Yeah, that would be great, but I already have a headset, and I'm not forking out more
No,
money for
I'm just
another
telling
one.
you what the advantage is with this game if you're using the Steam Index.
I mean, maybe I would have go to a Rift S at some point, but that's it.
And
That's where I stop.
I'm not spoiling anything, but Glav Half-Life 3, no joke, confirmed.
It will come eventually, especially considering the positive response to this game. But it has to sell well in Valve's eyes in order to actually make it worth
Listen,
dealing. But they said they're not
I'm-
stopping with Half-Life games. They're not stopping with it.
I'm not spoiling anything. I refuse to say anything else.
Yeah,
but I
you
will-
better not.
But the ending just says Half-Life 3 confirmed. Okay?
Yeah.
And I don't listen, I think this is a testing the water of VR. I don't think that if they make Half-Life 3 it's going to be it might be VR enabled, but I don't think that they're going to make Half-Life 3 VR required.
They better not. It's gonna piss a lot of people off if they do that.
The cheapest VR headset you can buy for a computer now is like what, $350?
Yeah, if you want,
quite an investment.
the
I know
actual
it is.
proper
I'm just-
headset involving controllers,
But before it was like $1,000 when they first came out. That's what I'm saying. The
Yeah,
price is starting to go
Yeah,
down.
it's definitely gone down in how expensive
Yeah.
it is, but
Yeah.
it's still decently expensive.
Oh yeah, it is.
for PC, cheapest option is the Rift S. That's the cheapest option if you want for PC.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. I said PC, not mobile. If you want mobile, that's the Rift Quest.
Wait, you know what the thing is? If I was gonna, okay, would you rather have a Rift or a PSVR?
I'd rather have a Rift.
Rift.
And
Is
guess
what I have.
And guess what? At this point, they're
Same here.
around. At this point, they're around the same price.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Tree fitted.
for people, I understand it is a barrier to entry, which is rather large. I do get that. But if you really want to play Half-Life 3, you can. If it's VR and you really want to play it, you can. Well, as long as your system can handle
Can
it.
run it. Yeah, for sure.
But most, I guess, like for this to run, for Alex to run in VR, it only requires a 1060.
Yeah, I'd have to upgrade then because I only have a 980.
Well, I perfectly have a 1060,
Yeah,
so
you Ray is already.
Yeah.
just need a
He
VR
fits the
system.
minimum requirements.
Just missing a VR headset and all that.
Yeah, that I know that's the expensive part.
It's kind of an
All
important
I need is a
requirement.
better graphics card.
What's funny is that Jimmy Turner told me it needed a pretty damn good graphics card to play, but I was like, no, I've got 980 and I'm playing on high and everything's running smooth as butter, so
But
No.
980
No, that
is a
was
good
it.
graphics card.
it's out of date by now, though.
Yeah, but it's
Oh, boy.
still a good one. Like people say that a 1080 is out of date. Sorry, a 1080 can still run a lot of shit.
Yeah. It's way better than mine.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
look, I went and found Jess the best one I could for the price point, and I got her a 1660, which 1660 Ti, which still like it. What is it? Slightly better than Ray's 1080. I mean, yeah, 1060. Sorry, it's slightly better than that. It's what 6 gigabytes of VRAM on DDR6. I think. I'm pretty damn sure. But it can run everything. That's all I wanted for her. I didn't really care about anything else except for the fact that she could run games, and if she wanted to play a game which is going to be in her interest, she'll just be able to run it.
Yep.
All right, so last story of the day.
Randy Pitchford.
As Clav kindly brought up for us.
Yes.
Yep.
Randy.
Oh, Randy Pitchford. Why are you treating your employees like shit when you promised them royalties?
Well, actually, he didn't promise them royalties, but we'll get to that.
Bonuses, then. I mean, bleh.
Okay. So this is the problem, right? What they do is the developer, they do royalties, get a 60-40 split.
Mm-hmm.
So 60 goes back to the
company.
Publisher.
It goes back to the
40 goes to the employees.
Yeah, and 40 goes to the employees.
Right.
The problem is what they're saying, if this is true, that Borderlands cost about $140 million to make.
Mm-hmm.
And even with the Epic money, and even with 8 million sold, they did get royalty checks, but they didn't get as much money as they were made to believe.
Which is some bullshit.
Well, no, this is completely different than what I read yesterday, though. Because what I read yesterday is that they weren't getting any fucking money at all. People overreacted on that shit. But what actually happened is they were promised hundreds of thousands of dollars in bonuses when they got tens of thousands of dollars in bonuses.
Yeah, maybe they shouldn't have made those promises.
No, they shouldn't have. But
don't make promises you can't keep.
But I guess it's because there was a driving force to get them to make the game and try to work on it as hard as possible.
I think they just thought they were going to make more money.
Yeah, but that's still kind of scummy, though. It's still a little bit scummy.
Oh, it is.
Especially with taking the Epic paycheck. Like,
we never learned.
You had the Epic paycheck. How could you not recoup?
We don't know how much the Epic paycheck was, though. This is a private company. They don't have to share shit, unfortunately.
I know, but there's no way they could have been anything, like, unsubstantial. Like, we're talking a AAA game going exclusive for, what, half a year, was it?
Yeah, 6 months.
Like, that seems like such a bad idea if it's not a big paycheck.
All right, well, at least the second paragraph here seems to identify why. Okay, but it cost too much to make. One large factor was a technology swap midway through development from Unreal Engine 3 to Unreal Engine 4, which added a great deal of time to the project. In addition, before Gearbox could receive any royalties from publisher 2K, Borderlands 3 would have to recoup not just the game's entire budget, around $95 million, but also the budget for all the downloadable content for a sum of closer to $140 million before Gearbox as a company even itself made any money.
Damn.
Jeez.
I feel like that just sounds like some poor planning on the management's part.
Yeah.
Like, getting that jump. Yes, actually. Having the jump between engines halfway through.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to hear an opinion on someone who is an expert on how much that would have affected the final product if they hadn't made the swap. Because it depends entirely on what
probably would have ran better.
The 4 engine brought to it versus what having to make the swap took away.
I think Borderlands 2 is on Unreal Engine.
Borderlands 2 and 1, as well as the pre-sequel, were running through Unreal Engine 3.
Yeah. That's probably why they had such a hard time with optimization when it comes to Borderlands 3.
Yeah, I've played other games that are on the Unreal Engine 4, Gears 5, and some others as well. And yeah, optimization doesn't seem to be doesn't seem to be up to snuff with those games either.
Probably because it's new technology.
It's not new now.
Well, it was new when they started working on. They started changing everything over to 3 to 4.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean, that in and of itself, if it was when it was new that they switched over, that in and of itself sounds like a bad idea. It's not usually the best idea to switch to a new product.
Agreed.
Without it, going through enough testing and updating to be.
I do have to agree with that.
Uh-huh.
But at the end of the day, don't make promises you can't keep, because then you're going to have employees that are pissed off. And Jason Schreier loves nothing more than to make everybody feel like every gaming developer is a piece of shit. Not saying that they're not, but Jason Schreier in particular loves to lambaste these people and make it a human resource nightmare for every company he can get.
Well, of course. I mean, what gets people's attention? Clickbaity titles like this.
Yeah, and what?
I'm not necessarily blaming him for that. That's what gets articles' attention. But
what site am I on? Kotaku.
Kotaku.
Yep.
And he works for Kotaku, doesn't he?
Yeah, and this is the same one. This is the same one where I found your sexy Animal Crossing stuff the other day, Murmitch.
Like, the community can be weird.
Not on Pornhub. No, he found it on Kotaku.
Yeah.
The community for Animal Crossing can get very, very because of how much creativity, freedom that they give people.
Creativity.
All right.
What is Tim like? Creativity.
Okay, so I guess I have to say this before we move on. I know that there's a whole bunch of stuff going on out in the world, right? But we're not gonna ever discuss that here, unless it has something to do with gaming.
Well, it has.
It does, like
A
with
little
the delay with Last of Us Part 2, but we're a PC gaming channel for the most part, Murmitch. But
for the most part.
Good call.
But yeah, I mean, unless it's something that directly involves the dues, I would like this to stay separated from that.
Shout out to all the memes that are pointing out the backwards or the 180 that the news has been having on gaming now that it's saving the world.
That's actually pretty fucking funny.
Yes,
Thankfully,
we were the heroes that society needed all along.
Go inside and play games.
Yeah, exactly. Go gaming!
The boot is quite squarely on the other foot now, isn't it?
All right. So
You could not
was
live
on
with
the
your
other
own
side of the
trailer.
court.
now that we're done with all that, we're gonna do my favorite part, which is the games that are coming up.
Woo!
And Murmitch has his game picked out, and Silver obviously has his AAA fucking.
No, actually, I don't have any AAA stuff.
No.
Aside from Resident Evil 3,
no, that's
which is already out.
That's
though.
what he was talking about.
Yeah,
Yes, but it's your April game.
Yeah, it's your game
Yes.
you're reviewing for April.
Yeah.
But
All right.
I've got a few games.
Enough looking back. Let's look
Forward.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
All right. So what do you got? Somebody hit me with one.
Domino
Slane.
Simulator 2020.
What?
What?
You think I'm kidding? Domino Simulator 2020.
What?
This wasn't a contender for the silly game, but I looked at it. I was like, you know what? This is actually a good idea.
Domino Simulator 2020.
Yes.
Hmm.
You know the pain of having to set up dominoes?
Oh my gosh,
God, do
it's setting up domino.
But you don't have to actually physically set them up. Is that not brilliant?
Oh
think
my
about it.
gosh.
Oh, thank God.
Can I ask a question though?
Go ahead.
Why would this game need to go into early access?
That is a great question, actually.
I'm in total agreement.
Maybe there can be some bugs or something.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of bugs with.
Well, physics, yeah.
If we're
Variety
gonna
of
can we
physics.
just can we just get Mousetrap?
That would be fun, right?
I would enjoy the shit out of that. Maybe we can
Isn't
find that
there
on
Mousetrap? I thought there was.
what's that?
Yeah, I thought there was a.
On the tabletops. The tabletop.
I was going to say, I bet
one,
Tabletop Simulator has a version of Mousetrap.
probably.
Yeah. Probably, yeah. I mean, that almost has any freaking board game you could.
Okay, so here's the question, right? Before we move on any further, What would be your price range for a game like this?
It depends on exactly how much content is in the game or what all the things you could do with it.
Because I think it looks therapeutic.
A good starting point, I think, would be around $15, especially if it comes out in early access.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
I wouldn't be surprised if they went up to 20. I also wouldn't be surprised if they set it at 30, but I don't think it would be worth 30.
Yeah, no more than 25.
I think it would have to be somewhere around 20.
It's an interesting concept, though.
Right, that's what I thought. I saw it and I was like, oh no, you can't be serious. And then I thought about it for a minute. I was like, but you don't have to set up every single domino and then have one knock over and the whole thing start over. That in and of itself is a brilliant idea. I don't know why anybody didn't think of this sooner.
True.
Right? I was thinking the same thing.
Right?
All right.
So kudos to them for that. I mean, we'll see. But
now remember, Ray, you have to pick one of these. One of the ones that you suggest.
This is not the one.
Okay.
Like, start small and build up to the better stuff. Right?
Okay, cool. All right, what do you got, Murmitch?
I've got one that I thought you'd like. It's called Gunbrick Reloaded.
Gunbrick.
Yeah.
I don't know why that name makes me laugh.
Oh my lord! Oh my lord!
What the fuck?
Now, Murmitch, I'm gonna bring up the fact that this game does not say April.
Told you.
I know, but Q1, I looked up what that meant. That technically means...
That means before April.
Yeah, but it hasn't come out yet, meaning it's got to come out pretty dang soon.
There's no update on it? Okay. That's fine.
But it should be coming out pretty dang soon, considering it said Q1. I will keep track of this, and
that's very interesting, though.
It does seem to be interesting. That's for sure. But yes, I've brought up games that said a date and they still aren't out actually, and they were last October.
I mean, what about Cockhead? That's not out yet.
That's actually now got an April date. I saw it.
I will not play that though.
Nope, that's Tim's, right? He's gonna play it on stream.
Listen, Murmitch. That's your secondary game, but make sure to wash your hands before and after you play it.
I will not touch that game.
When you talk about it, you're social distancing from the microphone. All right.
Make sure you're wearing a medical mask while you tell us about it.
You got one, Silver?
Slain.
All right.
Shrine. Fuck.
What?
Shrine. Sorry.
It's like Slain. That's not one I saw.
No. That's another game.
Free to play? Shrine?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, it's free to play. I didn't notice that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be free to play. But yes, nobody should be surprised.
I love the description though. Shrine is a retro FPS game about a skinless dude killing eldritch monstrosities with his nightmarish arsenal.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of that game that involves living weapons and stuff. Oh shit, what was it called? Oh no, I can't remember the name of it. Scorn. That's it. Scorn.
I love the reload animation. It looks like he's shoving.
Right.
And that other gun looks like it has brains in it.
Hey, I'll play it.
Or intestines, not sure.
I mean, technically, it's already out, I suppose, for me anyway.
Yeah, it's the release date is November 6th, 2019, but
and yet it's
coming out.
Planned release date April 3rd.
In 2 hours, it says for me.
Yeah, 2 hours. Yeah. Okay, I don't get that. It said its release date was supposed to be in November, and now
it's probably because the original release date was November, and then they had delayed it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and Gunbrick's basically delayed at this point as well. So,
and listen, your game's from a developer named Scumhead. So
Well, I'll play it and
make sure
see
to
what I
wash
think.
your hands before and after playing.
Okay. But I will play it and see what it's like because you know.
Not that
me,
I think washing his hands would do this guy much good if he's skinless.
Yeah, that's
true. I'm a fan of retro shooters, so
Oh,
yeah,
we know.
I'll definitely
Yeah,
give
that's
this one a
fine.
go.
That's fine.
What about you, Tim? You got any?
Actually, I got a game that I've been playing the alpha build forever. And it's
Trials of Mana.
No.
But there is one. Though.
That
It's
comes out
coming
in May.
soon. 24th? No, 24th April, Tim.
They pushed it back.
Ah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Darn.
That sucks.
Okay, so this is already in my library because I've been playing it forever in alpha.
Ah, yes, Hellpoint.
Yes, Hellpoint.
Hmm.
I've actually had this game since January. No, actually, last November I got my alpha code for this, and it's actually the full game. That's why it says it's in my stream library. But it's okay. Take it like sci-fi Dark Souls, but
With fantasy kind of
yeah, and
inspiration.
it's not as damning in the challenge department. Like it's got Dark Souls style combat, but it's not as, how do I say this? It's
Oh, look,
not,
a Mirage ripoff.
it's not going to fuck you as hard as Dark Souls will.
As he says, as some monster eats the player alive with a stomach mouth.
Oh, there's a lot of badass shit in this game. Don't get me wrong.
It looks nice, definitely.
Oh yeah, and when I first started playing it, it looked like shit. It's so great. It's so great to see how much they've improved it since then.
That's good stuff.
It looked like a PS2 game when it came out. An alpha.
Yeah, it looked like ass.
Yeah. But they put a lot. They were patching it like twice a week.
Oof.
For long.
That looks more like plastic surgery than patching.
Yeah.
A controller is strongly recommended to play. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, it's very good though. It's from what I have seen, it's very fun to play.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because you could play local co-op and online.
And
that's split screen, which is highly unusual for a game like this.
And they have a standalone story that you can do as a free sequel chapter.
Interesting.
Hellpoint, the Thesbian Feast.
Intriguing.
All right, so what's next, Ray?
Unfortunately, this doesn't look like it has online co-op, but this would make a great after podcast game. BH Trials.
BH Trials. All right. BH Trials is an obstacle course game where players drive a backhoe digger with no transmission, steering, or brakes. And the only way to control it is through the digger arms.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, that looks like fun.
Oh no!
I'd be all over.
Wait till you see the spider one. Watch. There's a spider one.
What? What do you mean a spider one?
Just keep watching.
I mean exactly what I said.
What in the fuck?
Okay.
But would that not be
Oh
a
my
great
god!
There it is.
Oh my god! What?
Oh sweet Jesus!
Spider
Oh my goodness! That'd be amazing.
And that's with 4 players, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Unfortunately, I don't think it has online co-op.
Oh.
But we do have remote play together, so
Yeah. And
it could work.
Count me out. I don't trust you guys with that shit.
I don't trust us either, but I
But
mean,
it still
I'm
would
willing
be
to
a-
try.
It would still be hilarious.
Or maybe Tim. Maybe
Oh
this
my
is a chance to get
goodness.
your kids in a stream.
there you go.
Do a couch co-op.
All you need is 4 controllers.
I have
Right. Yep.
4.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect then.
2 Xbox One, 2 Xbox One rip-offs. So yeah.
Oh, hey. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So
One copy, 4 players.
I'll write that one down. Actually,
I really thought that
So-
would have had to be.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow that one. All right.
Do you want to hear the game that I want to be my game for the month to play?
Besides feed the horse bear, sure.
Yes. Pivo.
What is
Pivo.
Pivo?
Hmm.
Is a game that solves puzzles between 2D space and
2D?
3D space.
Yep.
Cute.
The it looks really interesting. I really want to play this.
Oh,
Okay, that's cool.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I like
Is
the
that
transition
right?
between 2D
It's
and 3D.
almost like. Yeah, no, it's like a perspective kind of thing. Like you run around in a
I love
top-down.
perspective games.
That is cool though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so he's doing feed the horse bear and Pivo. Okay. I guarantee you, feed the horse bear is gonna be like $5 maximum. So
Hopefully, it's not more than that. That would be a little ridiculous.
if it's more than $5, I will buy it for you to review it. Okay.
All right.
Seeing how the United States government seems to think that I wanted $600 extra dollars in my employment every week. Fucking weird. You guys hear about that?
No, what?
Hear about what?
I'm on unemployment, right? So my unemployment rate was like $180 a week. So I get an email today, and everybody on unemployment that fits within a certain criteria, because I lost my job due to the virus, I get $600 extra dollars a week in unemployment.
Jeez.
Well, I guess
That's
no
pretty
no
good.
sense looking to get force in the mouth, right?
No.
Mm-hmm.
So if you need $1 or $2 to buy that game, I can handle it. Well, okay,
Yes,
that does look pretty interesting.
Yeah, that does look good. I almost want to check that out myself.
I like the art style.
Right?
What's that?
Like the art style is just really pretty.
Does not have a day. Just
It says
sometime
April
this month.
2020, but hopefully it'll be very soon because I really
gonna follow it.
want to play this.
All right, Silver, you're up.
I don't actually have any other games, unfortunately.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna go. Wow.
Wow.
All right, my next one is Shadow Gangs.
Wow.
If I can learn how to spell, it'd be great. I don't know if I know how to spell or do not know how to use a keyboard.
That's
anymore.
okay. Millennials nowadays don't know how to spell.
You'll learn, Tim. You'll
All
learn.
right, Shadow Gangs is like an arcade beat 'em up from like the Neo Geo era. I'm looking at you, Glav. I'm looking at you.
I did see this, actually.
Yeah, I did see this too.
And I'm totally interested because I love old arcade beat 'em ups.
Oh, we know.
Oh my
Yep.
god. And I guarantee you this is not going to be that much money. So I'm all over it.
Yeah.
Well, I
Oh,
thought
it's even got a cheap shooting section.
yeah. But no, this reminds me a lot of the old Neo Geo beat 'em ups, like all the way down to the setting, the transformations, and everything. So for me, it is like a nostalgic look back.
Well, you could destroy rockets with a sword.
Live
Nice.
the Legend of Dan, the Crimson Ninja. Sure.
Oh my god, Dan is in a game?
It even sounds as cheesy. Never mind.
You know what? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna stream this game, and you're gonna find out how awesome it is.
Oh boy.
Hey, I never said cheese was bad. Cheese
Actually,
is
you know what?
delicious.
You know what?
Yes.
Just because Ray made
But
that
Silver doesn't
comment,
like cheese.
Tim's review game for this month is gonna be Shadow Gang.
He says through clenched teeth.
Well, actually, I'm gonna be doing two anyway because there's another one I'm definitely doing. All right. So you guys got any more?
I've got some more.
Okay, I've
I've got one more, but I don't know if I should, considering the topic of it.
All right, we're gonna have Murmitch go first, just because now he's got me intrigued. What?
It was like on the front page of a coming for it's called Drug Dealer Simulator Free Sample.
Free sample.
I don't know if this fits under TOS, but
Dan, where are you? We found your game.
Yo, motherfucker, got some fresh ganja.
Basically, you run around, sell drugs, try not to get caught, and parkour over stuff.
Oh wow!
So they shoehorned a parkour system in this.
Dying light in the ghetto.
So it's like Thief Simulator, except instead of stealing,
I don't know. It says similar to
doing illegal drugs.
games you played, Stardew Valley.
What?
I ain't lying, man. Right there.
Stardew Valley confirmed drug growing simulator.
It says Stardew Valley and
you
House
can
Flipper.
grow tea, so maybe it's
Close enough.
Yep.
close enough.
Stardew Valley and House Flipper. That's what this game is like.
okay, yeah, sure.
Thank you, Steam.
Yes, thank you.
Thank
Steam.
you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what the one I saw that was like that was terrible. It's like that's is like no, that's not like it at all.
All right, what's your next one, Ray?
Mad Experiments Escape Room.
All right, there's even a demo out for it. Okay, so what is this? You've been invited by your...
It's an escape room game. Online co-op.
It's a multiplayer escape room. Nice.
That'd be interesting.
I thought that would be fun. I've always been interested in escape rooms, so...
Is the demo multiplayer?
That is a great question. I didn't actually look at the demo.
Hold on.
Up to 8 players. 8. Jeez. That's a big party.
Demo still has an online co-op tag, so...
Cool.
We can assume so.
Wait, did I get the demo?
But let's not,
Yeah, even in the demo, you can play up to 6 players.
6 players. Sorry, not 8. Sorry, I misread that. Oops.
That'd be kind of fun to play together.
That's what I thought.
Could be, yeah. Use our brains instead of our brawn. In it, lads.
Cross-platform multiplayer.
Intriguing.
Hey, that'd be interesting if it was on Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, it would.
I've been reading a webtoon about a crazy escape room.
All right, so you know what? I have made up my mind that between the game you mentioned in the beginning of the podcast, which... nope, never mind. You can't do that one. Feed the Horse Bear, so single player. Okay, if this game comes out this month, I want.
We doing it?
Yeah, if this game comes out after next month's podcast, we're playing this.
All right,
Woohoo.
I'm up for that.
Yeah, because I feel like that'd be a really cool experience with all 4 of us.
I feel like we'd be yelling at each other. It's like, no, we should do this. Wait, what is over there?
I got a key. Somebody find a lock for this key.
Yeah, see that's the cool experience.
We've got 4 minutes left. Run.
Perception. Perception, the game. Oh, wait, there already is a game called Perception. Never mind.
I was gonna say.
I have it, and I've played it.
My next game is called Biomass.
Biomass.
It is a action RPG in, like the pixel art style, but with lightsabers.
Ooh. Fancy.
And it's even got a date.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Date. Now we're getting fancy.
Yeah, I know.
Woo.
Some nice water physics and textures there.
Yeah, and it's actually a full action RPG game.
Nice. Looks good.
I'm intrigued.
I'd like to see that.
You can either have a lightsaber or go with be a gunslinger.
I'll try both.
Yeah.
Why
For
not
sure.
both?
Dynamic boss fights. Boss fights have hidden phases that can be triggered and certain requirements met. So basically, depending on how you play a game, is how your boss battle goes.
Interesting.
Most curious.
Yeah, see, I thought that was a pretty good one. All right, what do you got, Ray?
Rethink Evolved 4.
Evolved 4?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna actually have to hit the...
That little pipe key.
There
I
it is.
think.
I got it. It's just there's so many of them. I had to find the Evolved 4.
It's basically Portal to laser puzzle.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
From the look of things, with
It's
more
the 4th.
mechanics.
It's the 4th of the Rethink games.
Yes. That's pretty cool, though. Is a puzzle
Yeah.
game in a
Yeah.
futurist? Probably. I imagine the other games are not that much release date changed. Ooh, they changed it.
Oh, did they change it?
No, they changed it to the.
From March to April.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out. Oh, they're all $10, so at least that tells you how much the game's going to be.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I might actually have to go try some of the earlier ones, but yeah, I knew Murmitch at least would be interested in this since he was enjoying Portal 2 last time we were playing.
I'm really happy Light Matter came out to be free on Twitch Prime, so I'm gonna get to play the entirety of that instead of being locked behind the time restriction.
All right, my next one is Celestian Tales: Realms Beyond. I actually played like every game in the series already, so I guess that's probably a clue that I would like it. But they're hand-drawn RPG games.
That's pretty.
Kind of like a shoot back to like the Super Nintendo, PS1, Sega, Dreamcast, Sega, Saturn days of RPGs. They're actually pretty in depth. They're all about 40 to 45 hours long. They have good story development. The later games have voice acting. I imagine this game will be just the same in that regard. Yeah, it has the classic, Final Fantasy X style, combat system. It's nice, but they're not expensive games. They're not like triple or even double A games, but for what they are, they're really enjoyable, and the characters are really well written, and the stories are really well done as well. So if you like those type of games, that's definitely a recommend. I'm getting down there, Ray.
I've got one left.
I got 4 left. Okay.
And technically an honorable mention in case you don't.
I've got none left.
Okay. So what's up?
This will be my review game. Is In Other Waters.
Okay. It's always a good sign when they're selling the soundtrack too. Someone's actually playing the demo on Steam. Okay.
Oh wow.
Play as an artificial intelligence guiding a stranded xenobiologist through a beautiful, mysterious alien coast. Wow.
It just sounded interesting, and I don't know. Seems like something that'll be fun to look into.
It's gonna say like I think the demo's out now, right? Like no, there's no demo, but it says up here that someone's playing the demo.
Maybe they got an early key. It's supposed to come out tomorrow, so it's not.
Yeah.
Huh? That seems
it's not
very
unimaginable.
That seems very interesting, though. It's an exploration game. I mean,
that's what I thought.
I thought Murmitch would be all over something like that. All right, so Ray is going to.
I actually did take a look at this, but then I thought that most likely somebody else would be covering.
Really?
Ray is going to cover.
I'm glad you had that thought.
In Other Waters.
Because it looked too good to be skipped over by somebody.
All right, since I'm the one that
I kind of suspected you might be interested in it too, Murmitch.
I'm always the one with the games left over. I'm sorry. All right. So this is what I was talking about earlier. Super Mega Baseball 3, which I love the Super Mega Baseball series.
Trying to find a better baseball game, huh?
Well, I own Super Mega Baseball 1 and 2. They're actually really good. They're not realistic looking characters, but the actual
we can tell.
But the gameplay of it is far and above way better. Has online matches against people, tournaments, leagues that people actually legitimately play in.
You can break bats.
Oh my god!
You can bean players.
Yeah.
Stop the brain.
I think I can see why Tim likes it.
It actually runs on an ego system, which the reason you're seeing such like heavy reactions from players is because the ego system works like this. If they do something good, their ego goes up and they act happier. But if they do something wrong or strike out or get out too often, their ego will go down and they'll get frustrated. They'll make fielding errors. They'll make mistakes.
Huh.
Due to their anger and their ego being shot. Yeah.
So some psychology kind of plays into the mechanics.
Yeah, you don't want to let your players mess up too often or their whole team will suffer. And this game is good. Okay, RBI Baseball was $30. This game, if it's anything like the other two, will be $20.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, this is like way more value to me. And even though it's not a simulation as in like authentic graphics, it's a way better baseball game. And I'm sorry, I like Madden, but I'm already over it for the year. I won't play another Madden until the new one comes out in August. And that's why I don't buy them. But baseball...
Tim has been mad with Madden.
Baseball, you can play any type of a baseball game and not feel like you're missing much, because...
Like, it's fucking baseball.
Yeah, this doesn't even have it doesn't even have real rosters. I don't even care. You're just having fun playing against other players in baseball. And there's no microtransactions to be like, buy card packs and you can have your ultimate team. That's what I fucking hate in Madden. I fucking hate it. I love football.
That is maddening.
Hate Madden football. I'm happy that 2K is coming back with football games, though. 2K.
So long as they pay their developers this time.
Yeah, that'd be nice. All right. Okay, so that one's out of the way. And this one I think I talked about last month, but they moved the release date back, is Cloudpunk.
Yeah, I think you did talk about this.
Yeah, they moved the release date.
Cloudpunk. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, they moved the release date back to April. So.
All right. Well, hopefully they can make this one.
Yeah, and then
hopefully.
The big one for me, which I'm going to be reviewing and playing on stream, Gears Tactics.
Yes.
Because I am super
giving Silver crap for his AAA games, and Tim's AAA game.
Yeah, right. Now it's time. Now it's our turn to give you crap.
But this isn't a AAA game.
It technically,
it's a AAA IP.
Yeah.
Yes,
at the very least.
It's being developed by a AAA publisher. So Tim still counts.
In Silver, I'm balancing it out. I'm playing this, but I'm also playing Shadow Gangs, which is probably going to be like $7.
Yeah, but, you know.
It doesn't go. All right. And finally, before we finish off, I have to go over to Epic, because I always say that I have to have one Epic game that I'm looking forward to for this month. At least one.
Although you didn't last month, I remember that podcast, you actually didn't have anything from Epic that month.
Yeah, there wasn't anything.
There wasn't anything, yeah.
All right, one, totally reliable delivery service is free for the next 7 days. It just came out yesterday that Jess wants to stream this game like crazy. If you have an Epic account, I'm not even just saying you guys. If anybody has an Epic account, grab it for free, because after that it'll be $15. Just grab it for free. Jess wants to do a stream of it. I'm totally with her about it. I've played enough of the game where it is fun to play.
If Tim sends any indication, it is a good game.
Actually, really is. It's really fun. I enjoy it. You get to fly around in planes and deliver packages and fuck off and have fun with your friends. It's
Human fall flat, but with packages.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. That's what it is. And you can move a little better in the game.
That's good.
All right. And my one Epic game is actually SnowRunner. Now, for anybody who knows Mud Runner, Mud Runner was basically a game where, you played a person who drove through the mud, and, Mud Runner was a game about, trying not to get stuck while delivering pieces of equipment through mud and through perils and everything else. This being a sequel, this is actually where you're like in Alaska, and you're actually driving heavy equipment that you have to be able to drive across distances and not, as the stream will show you, fall into a lake with your vehicle or completely screw up. Yeah, because this is meant to be in like the snowy hills, or at least yeah. I enjoy games like this because it's a driving game, but it's not a racing game. It's more of a game of like how skillful can you be? Yeah, how skillful can you be trying to drive? And you can have up to 4 players.
Yep.
And that means I can watch Silver try and drive. Be great.
No.
Oh gosh.
I assume that also means you can like help each other out if somebody gets stuck.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Pick up tow cables and
I do enough of that in Saints Row. I can drive Saints Row because you can drift in Saints Row. I'm good with drifting.
But no, I thought this was actually I actually really enjoy this game. And I'm gonna another case of the fuck it, don't bother. Predator Hunting Grounds.
Oh yes, the 4v1 game. Yeah, I was disappointed to hear about the fact that it's 4v1. Very disappointed.
Yeah, if you
I want
want
to say like Concrete Jungle, like on the PS2. My God.
If you want another Dead by Daylight game, just play Dead by Daylight and leave this game alone.
There you go.
Let the genre die, please. I just want it to die. Okay. But all right, guys. Thank you, everybody who stopped by this evening. Thank you, Umi, for the resub. Much appreciated.
Yep.
Almost 2 years.
Almost catching up to me.
Yes. So I was going to play another game tonight, but it's already almost 1 o'clock in the morning for me. I don't know if that would be worth it at this point. But if you guys want, we might be watching a movie in a bit in Discord, just because I've got a whole bunch of them that we haven't watched yet. And
sure, why not?
So this will go up on YouTube. So if you missed any of it, I will make sure to post the link afterwards.
Almost touched 3 hours, just like we said.
Tomorrow will be Final Fantasy X for Final Fantasy Friday. So thank you everybody who stopped by. Thank you everybody for watching, and thank you guys for being a part of the show every month. Tomorrow,
thanks for having us.
Next month, I will be celebrating 2 years of doing this podcast.
Woohoo!
Along with Silver, because Silver's been with every single one except
for one.
And
it's just that one. Just that one.
Black stain right
hurt.
Just right in the middle.
So
right there.
I'm gonna be doing a little bit of instead of more news-oriented stuff, I'm gonna take a look back and look at some of the older podcasts.
If we can remember any of the first years.
We're gonna go take a look at like the first couple, see how things have evolved and changed since then.
It definitely has, man.
It definitely has. So.
Oh yeah.
Quality has overlays now. like nice looking overlays.
So if you want cringe, make sure to stop by next month.
I mean, for me, it's been the same for the past 2 fucking years. I haven't changed anything except for the Windows installation, anyway.
But yeah, have a great night, guys, and I will talk to you in the Discord. I'll be in there in about 15 minutes.
Aye, gents. Good night, folks.
Good night, everybody.
Go to bed, eat your greens. I know, Glaf.
Wash your hands.